Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Who fell out of the corn maze? If you build it, they will come. Who fell? Who was the who fell there? Is all I want to know.
Welcome, everybody, to a very surprise and very impromptu edition of the 13th Dimension.
13th is a good number because that's my birthday, March the 13th this month, and I was born on Friday the 13th. If anybody's want to know about that, but who fell? Jeremy, I want to know who fell. Who was that? Was that Crystal? Who was that?
Was that the one of us coming out of the cornfield?
Yeah, who
That
fell to
was,
the cornfield?
that was Scott.
Scott.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
He came up with this idea
I
about
loved
doing
it.
that, and the rest of us, myself, Tim, and Crystal, we weren't exactly receptive of that idea. But we was like, okay, we'll just go ahead and do it anyway. And once we did it, and then we saw that video, we thought it was brilliant.
I loved it. Out of all the video was great, by the way, the intro to this, but just the falling out of the cornfield. That's what sticks in my mind. Who is that person? Like
Yeah,
Jeremy of the corn.
no, no, Jeremy of the corn, no, no,
No,
no.
that needs to be a shirt. We're gonna find that shirt here soon here on Things Network. Jeremy of the corn. Buy it. We'll give you a discount, fifteen
We,
percent
we
off.
we've already got Nick of the corn, and we're trying to. We've been working on killing that. We don't want to start another one.
Hey Mort, I've seen
Hey,
Mort around.
how's everybody doing? No, you
Oh.
won't, Brad.
I'll make it. Oh, Jerry's. If you listen, you know that viral song that's going on TikTok. I love corn.
No, I don't.
You don't know that? Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I
Hold on.
I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to what's on TikTok. I know there are some songs out there that have gotten really popular, but I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to that. I just put my videos up and that's it.
Hold on. This is funny. This could be you. Like you like 13th dimension or whatever. Um, Hold on. How do I pause this? Okay. No, that's not
While
what I
she,
want to. Hold
while
on.
she's
So it's the
doing
wrong
that,
video.
while she's doing that, Brad, is it snowing down where you at yet? Because it is snowing up here now. Finally,
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully, I think you might have to prove it.
there we go.
Okay, here we go. Here's corn, corn. All right, here we go. We can so do this, or you can so do this on the 13th dimension. Okay,
I really like home.
What do you like about corn?
It's home. A big corn that knobs. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's home. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. When it's white and it's out of anything change. For me, I really like
wait, hold on.
home.
What do you
Oh,
like about corn?
It's corn.
I've
A
never seen
big
that.
corn has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's gold. I can tell you all about it. I mean, look at this thing. When it's white and it's out of anything change. For me,
It's corn. I can tell you all about it. The juice. 13th
Wait.
dimension. You need to do this, Jeremy.
Yeah, on this show, you never know what's gonna. Well, supernatural talk, you never really know what's going to happen on that one.
Oh, that's my favorite. I hate to say it. It's my favorite. I love Supernatural Talk. And, my son, that's on Thursday nights, by the way. And my son had a lot of basketball games on Thursday nights. So I missed it for, golly, 2 or 3 months. basketball season's super crazy for me, but it was so good. The first Thursday I got to be able to come back, sign back on was Nick's 30th birthday. So it was a great celebration and things to see you all. And then I got to sign on last night too. So it's good to be back in the chat, especially, with everybody.
I really thought last night we were going to lose Nick a couple times with how much he was laughing. I had never seen him laugh so hard the way that he did last week. It was, well, I didn't even realize that he had put himself on mute. I just thought he was just being quiet. Then when I actually looked at him after Eileen said something, it's like, Nick, are you okay?
And that's another shirt that you all need to have. You need to have a Teespring shop. With my show and the things that's coming up, I really researched having my own merchandise store, and I've talked to another company to have my own LLC, and I've decided not to go that way. But Teespring is super easy. They have their own shipping guidelines, privacy policies, all that stuff. So I don't have to worry about any of that. And they don't take that much money off the sold product. You should have a Teespring shop, Jeremy.
I definitely want to get some sort of a thing. I've heard a lot of bad things about Teesprings, though.
I haven't heard that much, but I've done a lot of research and have had a lot of meetings in the last month, all of February, because my goal was to have a shop at the very latest up by the end of March. And, if you have your own LLC, your own merchandise store, and you sell on demand, like, you're responsible for the shipping policies, the privacy policies, you have to have your own LLC that you have to pay funds for, which is all of it's mostly e-commerce. So you have to pay out for Visa, MasterCard, all these. It was a lot to handle. I got overwhelmed. I had a meeting that was supposed to be like a 2-hour meeting thing, and it ended up being 5.5 hours to have my own merchandise company. And I said, scratch it. And then I started researching all these other e-commerces. Teespring's the best, in my opinion, so far. So we just started a Teespring store. I'm going to be adding a lot more this month. And putting it up, but like I always say, that should be a t-shirt. That should be a t-shirt. And you all have a lot of that. I think I comment a lot that in,
as far as virtual talk, we hadn't even talked about doing shirts, although that's not a bad idea. Hello, everybody out there. Blake, Denise, David, thank you for joining us tonight. Mort and Brad. No, not on a shirt. He sent me a picture of my head on an ear of corn. I'm like, no,
I would wear that shirt. I would get that shirt. Yeah. Brad, get you a little Teespring.
I don't want to start anything else.
Corn on the cob. We got Jeremy on the cob.
Now I will say this: I enjoy the hell out of Children of the Corn, but Jeremy of the Corn does not work for me.
Oh, Jeremy of the Corn works for me.
Dude.
It won't be the same now. When I fix corn on the cob or just corn for my son, when I fix dinner, I'm going to think of you, Jeremy.
Well,
if you all hear a lot of wind or stuff, like we've had tornado sirens going off and everything. I'm in Kentucky. We're having a lot of major. They said that there's a tornado that touched down in Gwinnett County, which is 15 minutes from me. Lots going on. I'm surprised I still have electricity.
Hey, Blake, you're going to have to refresh my memory on that one.
Last time I was near a cornfield. Last time he was at a cornfield, he got EVPs that says, if you build it, we will come. I'm in Ashland, Kentucky, Denise. I am it's in a tri-state area. I'm a very northeast tip of Kentucky. It's Ashland, Kentucky, Ohio, Ironton, Ohio, and Huntington, West Virginia, all together, tri-state area.
Okay, this is what Blake is talking about. So, okay, so the Witches Ball in Bremen, Indiana.
That one time at the Witches Ball.
Yeah. So despite the name, this was actually a convention, and it was more for the metaphysics, um, crystals and tarot and all that. We,
Mhm.
we actually had a bone reader. Hi, Joe. We had somebody who uses bones and reads them. It was so unique. I had never seen
I
anything.
never heard of that or seen. Oh, I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, I never even knew anything like that existed. But this lady was over in this convention. She was reading bones, and I thought it was cool as hell. Um, but anyway, yeah, this convention was actually in somebody's backyard, and I'm when we get there, we were the first ones there.
In Brennan,
And
right?
what's that?
This is in Bremen.
Yeah, it's in
Is
Bremen.
is that Indiana?
Yes, it's right by the South Bend Elkhart area.
Okay, I
Um,
don't think I know. How far away is it from Fort Wayne?
little
Is
over
it
an hour.
closer to Kentucky or up north?
No, it's way up north.
Okay.
Um, we were based for me. Hi Ernie. We would basically pass it going out to Chicago on Highway 30.
Mhm.
We would have to get on 31 and head up north, about halfway through to head up to South Bend, and Bremen is right around in that area somewhere. So we were the only actual paranormal team set up there. We were invited to come up there, and it was just me and Blake. We went up there, ran the whole thing. We had a lot of people come and visit us because we were the only ones that really stood out, because everybody else was tarot and crystals and bone reading and all of that stuff. So we were kind of like the odd ones out. So a lot of people came to us, but we had a wonderful time out there. Um, Ernie is
This
born.
bone reading, this is interesting to me because with my show, and you were a guest on my show tonight. We're on 107.7 FM New Orleans, and I messed up a whole lot tonight. I got messages left and right from the radio station about they're going to send me a script. I'm going to start having to read a script soon, but I would think bone reading deals with a lot of stuff in New Orleans. New Orleans is where I say it, or people down there in New Orleans. So this bone reading thing, Jeremy, what do you mean by bone reading? Like they have bones with them, or do they look at your bone structure? Like what is this
No,
about?
she had bones. It's like little tiny animal bones, and what she did was that she threw them into
Oh, that
like
creeps me out.
it.
It creeps me out.
It, it
It's
sounds it
creepy.
sounds creepy. It really does. But seeing her do this, it was pretty cool. She had all these little bones. It was like saber tooth and on. It's so hard to describe it. But she had them in this square sackcloth thing. And what she did is she wrapped them up, and she would shake the bag, and she would unfold it and read the bones that way. And I have no idea how you would read bones. What bone
Mhm.
signifies what? I no clue. I
I
I
mean, we got the wishbone from the turkey, like you pull the wishbone or whatever. But other than that, I don't know anything about bones.
Meanwhile, I am being thoroughly entertained here by Denise and Ernie here.
Denise is funny. Ernie, they're married, right? They're married. They're all.
There needs to be a TV show based on those two. I'm telling you.
You should send them a link to come on right now on this show right now.
Denise, Ernie,
Send a StreamYard link. Send it in chat. Brad should come on. Brad, I don't think I've ever seen Brad on. Blake, I'm laughing watching these two right now.
Brad is rarely on. He works night shift, so he might still be at work right now.
Denise is naked.
Oh, yeah, Denise, we don't want to see that, no.
Well, as long as it's okay. Not baked, but naked.
Well, actually, if Ernie is baked, I wonder how many he's had to drink.
It's just need you from the neck up. It's okay. That's funny.
Yeah. Blake is right. Both are a great time.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
it was so unique. And I
I
was
never.
really
Oh my
worried about
gosh.
how the convention was going to go because you just don't see one that's in somebody's backyard. But there were a lot of people that came through. There were a lot of people that came through, and everybody was checking out everyone. When he says, send him a link. Okay, here we go.
Are we serious? Oh my gosh. I already said
Yep.
we
We are,
naked.
ladies and
I,
gentlemen, we are going to see Ernie Bate, or however you want to say it. so, let's
this
see
is
how
so
interesting
funny.
this show can get.
Oh, I love it. I love it. But naked, I'm still laughing at naked.
Oh,
Naked wasted.
Ernie's getting dressed right now.
Oh,
So,
he's getting dressed. He's wearing he's putting his boxers on and like a wife beater.
anyway, we had this.
He's getting dressed, thank God.
We get there at about. Oh man, it's
How
been
do I
over.
know? Hold on. How do I know Denise Pack? That name sounds so familiar to me. How do I know? My phone's up here. Let me
Ernie and
pull it down.
Denise,
They're
they're the ones who did the Save Waverly campaign.
That's
They
how I
were,
know them. Waverly's only an hour and a half from me, and
yeah,
I've never been.
yeah.
I've never
Ernie
been.
and Denise were tour guides, but before everything happened, and now Waverly Hills has been saved, and
Yes. Woo
and
woo.
they're back.
I've never been to Waverly. Now I've done investigations in Louisville and actually getting ready to film some things this summer with the production company on haunted locations, but they didn't want major locations that's been on TV over and over and over. But I'm going to be in Louisville a while, but I'd love to just stop by and just say hi. We're Pac-Man Paranormal. I know that. Pac-Man Paranormal. Okay. That's how I know the names. Pac-Man. That's definitely, I love you all. You guys are awesome. I love Kentucky. I love Ohio and West Virginia. And I live in Ashland, Kentucky, which Denise and them should know. But any major places, and Jeremy, we talked about this tonight on What the Freak Live. I'm like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours at max. Gettysburg is like 4.5 hours for me at the within 5 hours or less. I can be at any major paranormal location in Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, and Virginia. Tennessee too. Mothman Country. Mothman is 35 minutes from me. Point Pleasant. It's 35 minutes from me.
You know,
And
Nick and I had talked about going to Mount Pleasant or Point Pleasant. I'm always getting that name screwed up. Last year in September, we had actually talked about going there for a special episode for the 13th Dimension.
come because I know the underground tunnels and stuff there. Come and then I'll just tell you this: Lowe's Hotel that's across from the Mothman. Ernie.
Hello.
He's not naked.
Ladies and
Everybody.
gentlemen, we have Ernie Patch, and he is fully clothed.
I am. You can only see me from here up though.
How you doing tonight, Ernie?
Doing great. How are y'all?
Doing pretty good. A little tired.
I love the shirt, Waverly. Ernie, listen, I've done paranormal investigations for 24 years, 25 years. And I live in Ashland, Kentucky. I've never been inside Waverly. Never.
Shame on you.
I feel like a failure.
I'm gonna have to unfriend you.
I feel like a failure.
Yep.
and I'll just tell you this: I don't feel drawn to these huge, large locations. But Jeremy knows if somebody invites me on with a group, and we were supposed to do a group a few years ago, Jeremy, and unfortunately I wasn't able to do it. And then COVID and all this stuff happened, and then I didn't want to go because what was happening with the owners of Waverly.
Right.
I'm not going to support that at all. So. Jeremy, I think things are y'all doing something soon? I'm gonna come. I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna conquer it. I'm gonna videotape the whole thing.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Actually, yeah. So the time that I invited you out, that was when we were going to be there for 2 nights. We did a network the first night, and then we did a team the second night. So yeah, that was when I invited you out there, but you had something that was preventing you from being able to.
Yeah,
Missed a good time.
Well, last year, my ex-husband's super sick, and I'm just gonna say, my parents raised me to be a very good person, and he's the father of my son, and I can't leave my ex-husband in the shape he's at, so I don't try to travel that far. At that time, he was having a very hard time then, but if anything comes up in the future this year, it's okay. See you later. Peace out, buddy. But I love Waverly. I've drove there and I've seen it. I've been in I've never investigated it. Let's just say that I've done the tour of the historical tours and stuff. I've just never stayed overnight.
Yeah.
And I love Louisville, actually. Louisville's freaking phenomenal. I stayed at the theater. What's the major theater there?
Well, there's the Palace Theater.
The Palace Theater. I stayed there. I stayed in the Airbnb, and that's probably the most haunted. And then I investigated the Palace Theater. But the Airbnb I stayed in, I had amazing Class A EVPs in there. And actually, it was one of the first times I was actually scared. I didn't even sleep in my room. I slept in the room that I was with this other person with. I saw a man. I don't even want to know if you want to call him the Hat Man. It was a shadow figure, but he had a hat. I don't want to say he was the Hat Man, but he was affiliated with that place. I had EVPs. I still love her. He said my name. And then we had poltergeist activity in it, and we have it all recorded. We even had change coming off, like thrown off the side table into the floor. It was the most haunted Airbnb I've ever been in. But Louisville, and then we got Culbertson Mansion across
in New Albany. Yeah.
In New Albany, and we attacked them in the middle of the day. And I used to do this a lot. I used to attack places in the middle of the day off. And they had Culbertson Mansion closed down because they were doing renovation, especially on the outside. But all of the workers were out for lunch. So I'll go in there. And I got the most amazing Class A EVPs. The tour guide just allowed us in. It was just me and the person I was with and the tour guide. I can pull it up, Jeremy, if you want me to. The most,
Go ahead.
Shut up. Like, I have never heard Culbertson Mansion, but Louisville in itself, Louisville, Kentucky, we have Lexington, Kentucky, but in close Frankfort, we have Frankfort, Kentucky with his Buffalo Trace, which I just was there not too long ago. I'd love to investigate Buffalo Trace because it's haunted and that's the best bourbon whiskey you can get in Kentucky is Buffalo Trace. But I love Kentucky.
There's
Kentucky.
Franklin, Kentucky. You've got Octagon Hall down there. You've got the
everything.
Old Stone Jail. I mean, there's so many haunted locations around Kentucky. I mean, there's an entire TV series that's being filmed. The first season and most of the second season, well, actually the first 2 seasons were all filmed here in Kentucky. The series is getting ready to start airing very soon. They haven't announced the dates or anything or the network, but it's Brandon Alvis, Mustafa Gadalari.
Brandon and Mustafa, I love them.
Yeah. Kevin Ott, Malia. I mean, it's a great team doing that show. We were a part of it. At least one episode, we're going to be filming with them again at a certain location, maybe real soon. I don't know.
Well, if you need anybody, cough.
One that may or may not glow in the dark.
What's that?
Cough.
One that may or may not glow in the dark.
May or may not glow in the dark. I don't know. Yeah.
So, Emily, did the B&B that you were at, what's the name of it? Because I'm wondering if it's the one that Ernie introduced you.
No. It's the Palace Theater. And I have EVPs from that. And we can play that here in a second. Hold on. I'm pulling up the Culbertson Mansion. Shut up. Was like this. I've done this for 24 years, Ernie. And I'm a EVP. I don't like to brag about myself. I mean, I grew up in a musically talented family, and Jeremy knows we connect with music a lot, and
Yeah.
sound and stuff is super sensitive to me. And I use amplified earbuds when I investigate, like, and it
Mhm.
exits out the noise. So I always mark stuff. I'm telling you, out of the 20 some years I was doing this, this was probably this is the best Class A EVP. It's just me and the person I was with at Culberson Mansion and the tour guide. And we were down in the basement, which is supposed to be the most haunted location. Nothing ever good comes out of a basement or an attic. I've always said that. And this is in the basement, and we're talking, and you're gonna hear, well, I'm in Miami and stuff like that. You're gonna hear, shut up.
I
This
gotta
is a
bring.
Class A EVP. You hear it? I'm sharing it. Okay. Here we go. Class A EVP. Ready? Here we go.
No,
Nashville?
no. I've been by
We're
there.
in Miami. I live right by Miami. I live right by it.
Shut up.
I live right by it.
Shut up. Like, that is like one of the best EVPs I've ever got. And then Ross
said that with
Opera
some
House in
authority
Indiana was
behind it.
another. What is it?
He said that with some authority
Jeremy?
behind it, like he was getting tired of you.
Like, you guys just will not shut your freaking mouths.
I'm gonna blame
What?
that on the guy. I'm gonna blame that on the guy I was dating, because I always say that all the time too.
That's pretty funny. Blake, I have been hearing
Shut
a lot about
up.
this place, Indiana State Sanatorium, so I definitely do want to go there sometime.
I heard Ross Opera House. Oh, let me pull up Ross Opera House. I was on a TV show called The Paranormal Journeys for 3. They had 5 seasons total. I was on season 3, 4, and 5, and we were. This is back in the day, everybody. This is back in 2015. No, 2016, 17, and 18. And we were one of Roku's top 10 downloads. This is like old school. And we, Ross Opera House, and which is probably going to be on something here soon that I've hooked them up with. I can't even tell you how many amazing EVPs. Hold on. That I got up with this, even with Ghostbox, I had the most interesting Ghostbox response with this, that deals with music. Let me pull this up real quick, Jeremy, if you want to fill in real quick while I pull it up.
Yeah,
It's gonna take me a minute.
Blake, I think for Ernie and Denise, Indiana State might be about the same distance as it would be for us.
Yeah, it's just like an hour and a half or so from here, I believe, isn't it?
I checked it out. I think I want to say it would take about 2.5 hours for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would take
It's not
more
real
for
far.
me to get to Indy than it would for you to get to Indy.
Yeah, Denise works in Indy right now, and I got there the other night in less than 2 hours because she had a flat tire and was in distress.
Had to go save her.
Yeah. Thank goodness for our paranormal family as well. It's good to have lots of friends. So
Yep.
it worked out great.
Yes, Blake, it is in Rockville, just outside of Rockville, I guess. Let's see, I think that's Clark County.
Found it. I found my Get Out. Listen, why as paranormal investigators we always get Out.
Think about it. You're invading their space.
I'm
That's-
super
that's-
nice though, Ernie.
I
I'm
always
so
try-
nice.
Same with me, but I get told to get out. I get told to get out of Waverly sometimes, and I practically lived there for a long time.
Emily, we practically covered that conversation there on your show. So
Yeah, but I'm still so nice. I don't want them to kick me out.
I know,
So-
but think of it this way, like Waverly, for example, you got a minimum of 10 people coming over every single night, And I'll tell you what, if I had people come into my house every single night, I'm going to say, get out.
I get tired of it every now and then. Yeah, just
Well,
one break.
that's Waverly. This is Ross Opera House in Cynthiana. I don't think they get that every night. And we're filming for this is what does this tell me what year I posted this? I don't know if I don't see it right now, but maybe I should break out my readers because I've come to that age. I'm going to be 42 March the 13th, and I need readers, but I still don't see it, I don't think, with my readers. But I uploaded it 4 years ago. This is a lot longer than 4 years ago. I'm upstairs. I'm hooking up cameras. I always audio record. I'm an EVP person. I audio record 24/7. I'm not a hot and miss person because I have stories about that. But so I have audio recorders up. I'm hooking up cameras. I'm all by myself up on the second floor. Everybody else is down on the main floor and at the stage, if you want to call it. It's an opera house.
Yeah.
And so I'm walking through. Listen to this get out. This is like one of the scariest get outs I've ever gotten. Ross Opera House does not get the attention it needs. I've been there 3 times. Here we go. There.
Yeah.
I'm by myself. Get out.
Yep.
It's spooky to me, especially if you have your earphones in or whatever and listen to it. I love Ross Opera House, and hopefully I've hooked them up with the production company. Hopefully they're going to schedule something this summer, and it's going to be out on mainstream. I want to play one more thing. Let me stop sharing. I want to play one more thing from Ross Opera House since we're talking about Kentucky. I love Kentucky. I love it.
I'm sorry, Denise, but I do have to showcase that. Yeah, Blake's a youngin'.
He's just a boy.
Yeah. He's just
I have
a little
one-
boy that's about 7 feet tall, or how tall he is.
I have one more thing. Hopefully you all can hear this. This is from Ross Opera House. I have 50 million EVPs, Class A EVPs. I put all my Class A EVPs on my SoundCloud. But Ross Opera House, this is 6/14/18. This is how long ago it was. When we were filming for the Paranormal Journeys, we were on Roku. We were top 10 downloads back then for Roku. We won a lot of awards and everything. I love that time. Neil Harrison was the producer of that show out of Kentucky, Middlesboro, Kentucky. So 6/14. Now, this is audible. I always have amplified earbuds or headphones on me when I'm investigating. We're not doing this. We're just setting everything up. We're in the main area of the theater here. And we're talking, I'm telling it, like, do you want this or want this? Do you want headphones? What do you want? And then you hear a woman's voice. I'm the only female at the time in that building whatsoever. So speak to me. Listen to this.
You want to audio record?
Turn this off, and I want you to see what it looks like.
Here, audio record this. Do you want earbuds to listen or no? No. Okay. Okay.
Here,
I can't tell what's being said, but I can hear something.
speak to me. Listen.
Okay.
And it says, speak to
I
me.
heard something right at the beginning.
And you might have, but this was so much louder in person, everybody. It was so much, it was like it almost echoed in the theater. Speak to me. And here. Speak to me.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. A
I
woman
wonder
said,
if
just
that
speak
was,
to me.
Wonder if that was the lady in white.
Okay.
She happened to show up
Speak to me.
like right next to me when it was just myself, Todd, and Leanne Eskew that had the building for the night, and I was sitting up on the balcony right next to the aisle.
Oh,
Todd and Leanne were down on the front row of the balcony, and we saw something lit up behind the stage door down to the left of the
Yes.
stage. It's like
I know what you're
someone
talking
turned on a
about.
light. It's like someone turned on a light back there, and we're all of our attention was directed down there. And then, the light went away, and I just kind of sat back and kind of looked over to this side, and right here was a lady's hip wearing a white dress. I mean, right
Oh,
now,
she's in white. She's definitely in white.
like I could have reached over and touched her. I mean, she was right there, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I just wasn't, I've been doing this for a long time myself, been to lots of haunted places, spent countless hours by myself in some of the most haunted places in the country. And that caught, it took my breath. I mean, it was like, God, Jesus, I was not expecting that.
So sometimes things in this field can be so unpredictable. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's
want
why I
to. That
always
reminds me
say
of
the
something.
only guarantee we have is that there are no guarantees.
Exactly. Yeah. You never know what can come up on an investigation.
That's why we love what we're doing. I don't need to physically have a physical experience, if that makes any sense. But I come from a musically talented family, so I'm really sensitive when it comes to sound and voices and EVP, and then I have some devices that helps me with that. That's where I'm good at. If you give me a video, Jeremy, if you give me a video and say, look through all this, we saw a shadow figure on this, I will never be able to tell you about that. But when it comes to audio and voices and stuff, and I mark them a lot, you will never know that I'm marking an audio when I'm investigating with you. I have my own codes with myself. I mark it myself. And then when I go in and I get all the others, because I don't recommend these people that go in and hop, skip, and jump around. Like they go in, do 2 minutes, especially the DR60, the RDR60. I hate that thing. I hate it.
Speaking
It
of
creates,
I do have something
it
that I would
creates
like to
sound
go-
and audio anomalies. It does.
It does. And I've investigated with people with that, and I've debunked a lot of this stuff. Like they're saying it's a demon and all this stuff. And where I audio record all the time, I'm like, that's a dog barking across the street. It's not a demon.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I got some other things with Ross Opera House I want to play real quick. With Ghost Box actually is the next one I want to do, because this is the only time ever in Ghost Box sessions that I ever got anything like this. I'm trying to pull it up. So Jeremy, if you want to talk, or anybody want to talk about something else right now until I pull this up, I'll let you know when I got it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on it to pop up.
Oh, I got it right now. Sorry, that was a lot faster than what I thought it was going to be. Hold on. Listen to this. I've never had this Ghost Box response. It's music era, like in that time frame, music that goes over for a long period of time. When we're switching channels, this is mind blowing to me. Listen to this.
Is this Mr. Ross that we're talking to? That started the theater? Well, music started coming in through now.
Hear it?
Yeah.
Where did you at?
Oh, hold on. Let's go back.
Can you play that again?
Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to play it again. Hold on. I had to close out on it because it was going on to other things. I don't know what it was doing.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll bring it back up. You will hear the music dun dun dun, like that time era, like 1920s, 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
What the frick, love? Here we go. Honestly, I don't know why Ross Opera House is not getting the attention that it deserves.
Agree.
Like I've been there. I've been there 3 times.
Yes.
I've even saw the Shadow Man. There. Physically saw the Shadow Man. And I don't see things like that all the time. I don't understand why it's not getting, like, it says it's the 3rd most haunted location in Kentucky, but I almost, other than Waverly, I almost think it's the 2nd most haunted. I've been for me to go back for a second time is phenomenal. But for me to go back three times to a place, and I will go back tomorrow.
Is that the one that you were asking me about going to, Ernie?
Yes. And it's
It
or
might be.
Ernie, I'm sorry. I thought I was telling you, Jeremy, we need to go to Ross Opera House.
Yeah, well, there
Yeah,
was a
Denise, we
place
saw
that
something
Ernie
that
was
went
asking
around
me about.
behind the stage curtain there on the right side of the stage when we were there, and Denise ran after it because I mean it was we all saw it. I mean there was something that went through that curtain, and we went back there. There was nothing, nobody back there, nothing. But I mean it.
Yeah,
she chased-
Denise said it. She chased something backstage.
yeah. I mean, Ross Opera House is one of the best values you'll find in the paranormal, and it's a place that's it's not booked all that often. I mean, you can get in there pretty much, within a week's notice or so.
Oh, Roger is the owner of it. He's
Yeah.
a phenomenal. I love him.
Great
He's
guy.
super great to work
Great
with.
guy. They actually did allowed us. They gave us a night to hold an event for Save Waverly Hills there last year.
That's the one you were asking me about. Yeah.
And it was there's no minimum. You don't have to have they got a flat rate. It's like
It's
I
cheap.
forget
It's like the
what it
guild
is.
it's like $50 a person or something. It's super cheap.
it's like $300 or $50 a person or something. I don't know. It was dirt cheap, and it's
It's like the Gill House up in Ohio. Gill House is awesome too to go to.
yeah.
Okay, I got the music. Back up again. Can y'all see it now?
Mm-hmm.
I'll play it twice. I'll let it go through. Like I have my little. This is why I like SoundCloud. If anybody's a paranormal investigator, put all your Class A EVPs or ghost box responses up on SoundCloud. It's a free account. I've had this for many years. Mark, make a comment where you start hearing the music and stuff on this. This is a great way to keep your Class A EVPs and then mark it for people can hear it and can play it over and over again. So here we go. Ghost Box, Ross Opera House music. This is the only time in 24 years I ever got a response like this.
Is this Mr. Ross that we're talking to? That started the theater?
The music starts back
started
here.
the theater?
Yeah, I definitely.
Oh, the music started coming in through now.
I heard yes too, but
Yeah.
It started the theater? Oh, the music started coming in through now.
I've never had that ever
That's
That,
on
that
any
almost
Ghost Box
sounds like
session,
the kind
ever.
of music that they would catch at the Birdcage Theater.
Yeah, it's like ancient
Well,
music. I mean, it's old. It's from
it's,
back, way back.
What's it, Charlie? What's his name? That
Charlie Chaplin
that
type.
Charlie Chaplin, and he actually performed there.
Yeah,
at Ross
absolutely.
Opera House. That was the music, and it kept coming through no matter how many we were sweeping by. Like that was amazing to me. That's one of the best Ghost Box responses I've ever gotten. To
Yeah.
last over several seconds. And
Yep. Yeah, that's
Okay,
freaking love Kentucky.
like
I love
Denise is saying.
Kentucky. I love my
Denise and I, we go into a location, we've got equipment. Brad is constantly sending us more equipment too, and we're going to use it. But
He
we,
showed me this
we
latest
don't-
one that he's working on for you.
yeah, we don't pull stuff out until we've been in the location for a couple hours, felt it, experienced it, kind of gotten the vibe of the place and everything. And then we decide, okay, we're going to put something here, or we're going to get something out over here. If we're doing, hosting an event or a public investigation of some kind, yeah, the folks want to see all the bells and whistles and the things that light up and all that stuff. So we'll get all that out. But for us, when we go on an investigation, we're not out to prove anything to anybody. We're out to experience it. And so we don't burden ourselves with all of that. And a lot of times I wish we were, videoing or record, because things happen that it's like,
Oh,
"Ooh,
everything
who the hell
happens
was
when
doing
you're
that? That
not
would've been amazing."
recording.
Yeah.
It all happens when you're not recording. Like I can't even tell you how many things has happened where we don't have
Yeah.
cameras going or audio going.
Absolutely.
And honestly, that's a pet peeve of mine, especially with audio. Nick Malay's on here. Hey, Nick.
Just the setting up process takes
I
forever.
I learned my lesson with Fairfield up there. We were one of the first teams that got to investigate Fairfield when Adam bought that location and things. And this is right when COVID was happening and stuff. And some people got some things when we were first driving up into the thing. I remote view a lot, and I've seen some things. I saw a fire. I saw a woman. Her arm was super damaged. I was telling Adam about it, and but they recorded stuff as soon as we got in. I'm like, into that building the first time, and it's most of us, I'll just say, it was women, and there's this man's voice that was super dark and super deep, and I'm like, there was no man there that would have been able to say that. Now, and I burned myself a lot of times. I should have been recording already.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got to record all the time. I'm just going to say this because we got some of these ghost hunters and these ghost people that come out and just hit and miss, even on these TV shows. And it could be totally
TV shows are not how investigations are to be run.
You got to record all the time.
There's none of them out there that do things the way it should be done all the time.
Just an example, down in Florida, I was doing an investigation down there at one of these big, huge places. And it was just me and the person I was with, and he had an RRDR 60 and in the family. So he's hit and missing, but I'm recording the whole time and I'm tagging. I'm like, this is a dog. I hear a dog because I have amplified headphones on. And so I can hear the neighbor. I can hear probably 50 feet away or 50 yards maybe. I don't even know. It was a long time. I could hear anything. I can hear cars. I can hear all that stuff. So he's telling his family, does an EVP thing, plays it back, and it is on the RRDR 60, and it's like, and it sounds like a demon. It does sound like a demon. And he's telling his family it's a demon. And I'm like, I never tell family, I never tell locations a demon, period. So I'm like, and I just kept quiet. So then I said, send me your audio that you got your hit and misses. And I lined it up. It's the dog barking across the street. So then I tell the family, because they have children. Like, it's not a demon in your home. That was the dog barking. So then I had to go back to their home in Florida and talk to them and show them everything. And they finally agreed it was the dog across the street. But you can't do this hit and miss. You just can't. I mean, you might be able to do that for show, but you need to make sure you have somebody behind you that records continually.
If you're concerned about capturing evidence that you want to present to someone, if you're doing it for a show or if you're doing it for a residential case or something like that, where you're trying to actually investigate and come up with documentation and evidence and timelines and all of those things, I agree 100%. But like I was saying, with Denise and I, we're not about all that anymore. We go to experience it. And like Blake said, that sitting for 2 days after an investigation, listening to the headphones and analyzing every noise that comes through can be so tedious. And
it can be, but I've done this for 25 years. You give me, and I grew up in a musically talented family, and I'm used to sound waves and everything. You give me that wave, I can look at that wave and give me 2 minutes of a wave in front of me. I can tell you where an EVP is. And if I get more hits within the first 5 minutes of that, I'm going to go back and I'm going to review everything, because there's some underlying EVPs there that gives us answers that we would not normally hear, and I would hear. But I don't want to brag about myself, but this is the only thing I'm good at. And this is why I was on a TV show. Josh and Della will tell you, this is the only thing I'm good at is EVP audio. And I think because, I was raised in a family, I have this, I don't have the tape on it, but the Mentos family singers, like, I was raised in a family that was musically talented. I did audio. My brother has tracks. This is something I'm good at. And I'm just going to tell you this: if the place is truly haunted, I will get a Class A EVP within 5 minutes or less of being on that location. And I will hear it with the special earbuds and stuff. I listen to my X's out sounds, but I upload everything, and it's just something I'm good at. I'm not good at video. Don't give me a video. I cannot tell you about shadows. I cannot tell you. I am terrible at video. I cannot
Video
do
is
video.
more
Don't send me
forte.
in front of a Don't send me in front of a DVR and says, Emily, you need to look at this while we investigate. I won't see anything.
Yeah, video is more my forte. I'm much better at observing things and looking for things instead of hearing for obvious reasons.
I get it.
Right. So video has always been I've always enjoyed setting up the cameras and all of that. Well, I can't really say enjoyed.
Well, I will help you with the cameras. I don't enjoy that either, but I'll help you with but audio, if you all send me audio files and stuff, I will sit and listen through it all. If you want me to sit and listen to it.
I remember one time, this was early on in my years in this thing. I did a hotel just outside of Virginia City in Nevada, and I sat down 3 or 4 audios and just let them run until the battery died, and that was 12, 13 hours later. And trying to upload those onto my computer took forever each time. But with the videos, there is something I do want to show the two of you. Get your take on it. I showed this last night on Supernatural Talk, but just take a look at the bottom of the chair. It's only
somebody sitting in it? Is that the chair? Okay. Everybody froze, I think.
Huh.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I thought everybody froze. I didn't see it. Play it again. Oh, what was that?
See that?
That little shadow figure. That little shadow.
Yeah.
Gremlin. It's a gremlin.
I mean, it's just black.
It's
It's not even like a shadow. It's black.
Yeah.
So what was this? What was this?
This is actually at a residential that I did on that night. That's the correct date that we did it. Ironically, that's also the same date that my sister got married to her husband. So I actually had to leave that house, go to where they were getting married. It was just a very tiny, short little ceremony. And I came back. I was gone for maybe an hour. But yeah, I caught that. I'll play it again for everybody.
Yeah. Why did Gremlin come to my mind? I don't even know why. I don't talk about gremlins. What is that?
There wasn't a dog or cat.
There were no pets. The family had no pets.
That kind of looks like a doctor's office, even. Play it again. Play it one more time. Let me see it one more time.
Can you try to pause it where the anomaly is?
Well, okay. Hold on. Let me.
Everybody, I'm gonna have to pull out my readers on this one.
I got this huge screen in front of me, so I can see it pretty
I'm at
good.
that age. I'm gonna have to pull my reader. And I noticed my head is tilted when I got readers. I'm tilted to one side. Jeremy.
This way here. Right there.
Oh, no. It goes up higher. It goes up higher than that, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I feel like
it
it
does.
goes up higher. That's a gremlin. Oh, hold on. It's there and gone. That's a gremlin.
Well, there is something that happens.
What the freak is a gremlin? What's a gremlin mean? I feel like gremlin. Why?
So look right here in this.
Is.
Look right here in this area, and I'm just going to move the cursor. You see that?
Yeah.
there's
Well, I
something.
mean,
moving-
I see shade.
yeah, there's
he's
something
throwing some
moving
shade out
there,
here.
but I have no idea what it is, and it happens right before this black mask.
Oh, that
comes.
whole thing goes black.
Yeah. Now, if you look at this chair, and it's one of those chairs where there is a gap in between the two edges down,
Yes.
and that black mask never goes in between that. It stops at that first
Stops.
thing, and then it retracts back.
That's interesting. I
It
don't
is.
know what to make of it, to be honest. It's what I like to look for in videos like this. I mean, whoever is sitting in the chair, I'm not sure what he's doing, but
This one
he
here,
doesn't react at all to it. He
No.
didn't see it.
no, this guy here, his name is John. He's actually a guy that works at my job, and he's the one that brought me this case. The lady that was renting this house, she was a dancer, and he was visiting her, and she told him that she was having strange things going on in the house. And the crazy part was her house is only a 90-second drive from my house, so it was very convenient going there.
Mhm.
And he's sitting there. They have a booth. She had a booth there in that kitchen. This here is the back door that goes out to the porch. Washer and dryer set up there in the kitchen, and the reflection that you're seeing here is from the ROI light from this camera.
Mhm.
Okay, so he's sitting back here, and at one point of the night, I had another teammate who was sitting back here, but at this point, I think she was already gone. Well, not gone, but not sitting there anymore.
Yeah.
And
She didn't
someone
have
had
black
asked
hair and was crawling around on the floor over there, was she?
Somebody had asked me if maybe that was somebody's shoe, and I said if that was somebody's shoe, the coloring on that would be exactly the same as it is with the rest of the video. This is solid
It's
black.
black. Yeah, it's just black.
Yeah,
That's definitely a good catch. Like I say, I don't know what to make of it, but there's something there.
yeah. I have no idea what it could be, and this is almost 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely my favorite catch, and
I'm just gonna say this. I'm looking at Gremlins because I don't just push that word out by any means, but they're usually about 6 feet tall at the highest.
right.
Why do I feel like this is a mischievous thing? I don't know. I've never said gremlin before.
Yeah.
Other than the movie Gremlin, because I'm in the 80s, but Gremlins is like it's one of my holiday movies I watch during Christmas. But
Yeah. Nobody has even tried to put in an identification on that thing because no one has ever seen anything like that before, and I have no idea how to describe it. I would love to say it's
here during World War II, there was a huge height of seeing gremlins. I did not know this. Some were said to be at least 6 inches tall, up to 6 feet tall, with horns and black leather boots. This is what this article said. I don't know how true this is. This is occultworld.com. They would actually they would be part of it. If you caught on video, they would black out a section of the video and cross between a jackrabbit and a bull terrier. Still, others were humanoid in nature, and it could be at least a 1 foot tall, wearing ruffled red jackets or green breeches. Some had webbed feet. I don't know why gremlin came to my mind when I saw that, but gremlin came to my mind. It's a gremlin.
I don't know. It doesn't. There's not enough of it.
You gotta
make
go
me
back. Can you
feel
go back to this, Jeremy? Can you go back and ask if it's a gremlin? Is it a gremlin?
She doesn't live there anymore. She moved out about a year after this happened.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
the owner of that place was going to sell it, and I guess she she wasn't going to buy it, or he wasn't giving her the option to buy it. You know how that goes sometimes. But
Pack Paranormal. I want to go to Pack Paranormal real quick because I followed you. I've seen you all. You're in Kentucky, right?
Louisville, Kentucky. Waverly Hills is right over there. 3 minutes from us.
I'm an hour and 20 minutes from Waverly in Ashland. Maybe an hour and a half, depends on traffic.
Depends on how you drive.
Yeah, Drive. Buffalo Trace. Have you all investigated Buffalo Trace?
I've not investigated Buffalo Trace yet.
It's on my
I'd like to
bucket
get in
list.
there.
I visited it several times. I visited it a few, about a month or so ago, but that's on my bucket list. I want to go to Buffalo Trace.
Oh, it's
I love
definitely a place to go to. That's for sure.
I need to go to Waverly.
Yep.
I've never been.
You
Born
need
and
to-
raised in Ashland, Kentucky. I've seen the outside. I've drove up to it. I've never been inside.
Well, you need to book yourself a investigation. And get on.
Jeremy, I'm gonna depend on Jeremy on that again.
People shouldn't be dependent on me for every little.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you search for, if you Google the Ditto House Inn, it's in West Point, Kentucky.
Okay.
One of the results that Google says is investigate Kentucky's most haunted house. It's called the Ditto House Inn. Denise and I are
Inn.
buying it,
Oh, really?
and we're going to live there.
Yeah, she was just saying something about that. So I had never heard of this place until you guys started posting about it. So can you tell us some of the history on it?
Well,
What's it look like? What's the outside look like? Is it red brick?
no, it's gray brick. It's painted gray. It's brick painted gray.
Is the Ditto House one West Point? Is it West Point, Kentucky?
West Point, Kentucky, 204 Elm
Yeah.
Street.
Oh,
Elm
this is I don't let me remote view it. Here's it. I have it on Facebook.
Yeah,
Hold on.
they interchange the houses. There's also a Ditto Lansdale house that's 2 doors down from us.
West
that,
Point, Kentucky. Is that what? West Point? Okay,
West
hold on.
Point, yeah.
This is it.
Why does West Point sound familiar?
West
It's-
Point is up. It's like a
Very
military.
historic little town. Very historic.
Well,
little
West
Real quick
Point
before
too is
that.
military. Is this it? Hold on, I'm gonna share my screen.
That-
Is this it?
That's what I'm thinking. Military West Point. Yeah.
it's I mean, the Fort Knox reservation wraps around the town basically.
Is that it?
That's the Ditto Lansdale house. See,
Ditto
there's a
House
lot of
Inn.
mistakes.
Okay.
Go to Zillow and just put in 204 Elm Street. West
Okay.
Point, Kentucky.
So are you getting both houses? Or
Elm
just
Street. Elm Street. Out of all of this, Elm Street.
Yes.
Elm
yes.
Street.
No,
Actually,
we're
we have
just-
Elm
we're
Street
getting-
like 3 blocks from me.
It's
204
it's a
Elm
cool
Street.
place.
What city?
West Point, Kentucky.
Oh, that's right. Okay, West Point.
We don't get both houses. We get the Ditto House Inn. The other one, like I said, the one that comes up a lot of times when you search for the Ditto House Inn, they bring up pictures of the Ditto Lansdale house, which is not the same. It's a separate building, built by the same people, the same family, of course, but it's a different building. But they were both
Oh,
used as
six.
Civil War hospitals. Both of them at one time were headquarters for Sherman on his march south. And it's there. It is.
wow.
I'm just gonna automatically tell you there's a woman there that rubs her hands a lot on her apron.
Okay.
I like the stars that are going across the second floor.
Yeah. And it's it's a good sized house. Built in 1841. All that's right.
Have you
there.
investigated this yet? Have you investigated?
We haven't
There's a woman-
investigated
I'm-
it. We just went through it with the realtors. All we did and said we'll take it. We walked 10 feet in the door and said we'll take it.
There's a woman. Hold on. There's a woman here. There's a woman here that she rubs her hands a lot on the apron, and I'm gonna say her name starts with an M, like a Mildred or Margaret or Matilda, or it's like an old name. It starts with an M.
Okay. We will try to find that out. We did see Denise saw a Union officer. Like I say, it was used as headquarters at one point and a Civil War hospital.
Oh, here we go. You're on the National Registry.
It's
Hold on.
What's the
It's on-
square
there we go.
footage of the house?
what's that?
What's the square footage of the house?
It's like 30. On the ad it says it's like 3,200 square feet, but we just had the appraisal done, and it's 35, almost 3,600 square foot.
Oops.
That's a pretty good size.
There,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. There's a woman here, an I'm getting M, Matilda Melody. I don't
Mabel?
know. It
Margaret?
might be a Mabel, Margaret. It could be any of that. She wipes her hands a lot on her apron. I don't know if she's not bad. I'll just tell you that she's not bad. But this is where she's been, and this is where she's staying, and she's not leaving, and she has a certain routine. I don't know who owns this home, if she was like the head mattress or during that time. There's a woman in this, and there's something split in this house, a split room, or I don't think it's a split staircase. There's something that's split in this house. There's a room that's split.
Well, there's
She's on the left.
there's like little hidden rooms off of rooms.
There's a room that's split. No, she's not on the left. I'm sorry. She's telling me no. I see her.
Denise picks up on all this stuff too, and she's
you're
very
standing.
good.
If you're standing in the room, it's on the. If you're standing in the room, it's on the left. But if me looking in, it's on the right.
Well, it depends on what room. I mean, it's got like 5 bedrooms, and there's a lot of rooms.
Let's see if
there, so I don't
she's-
know what room it would be. What's that?
Does it even have to be a bedroom? It could be like a big.
No, it's not a
living room.
bedroom. This was split. This is a split. It's not a bedroom. There's something there that had fire. No, it's not fire. Hold on. What is this?
If there was anything bad there, I would have found it.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
If there was, I would have read of it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not bad. There's a woman there. She wipes her hands a lot on her apron. She's not leaving. Let's tell you that. She's not leaving, and it's not a bad thing. She's prominent in a room that's been split. And if I'm sitting looking at it from this point of view, it's going to be on my right. No, it's going to be on my left. I'm sorry. It's going to be on my left, but she's prominent on the right side.
I'll have
What
to.
I'm liking is that this is right on the river.
Yes. Yeah. The property goes all the way back to the river.
So do
Nice.
you guys have like a dock or something back there?
We
Well,
don't.
This reminds me of Maysville. Look how big that property is, all the way back.
Oh boy, you could really utilize that back area there.
Do you have
Oh, yeah.
tunnels under this?
Yeah. The
Do y'all have
the
tunnels or
house
anything
that
under this?
if you're looking at that picture right there, there's a house immediately next door to us above ours, and then you can see another, just the very edge of a white house there. That
Yeah.
house was a big part of the Underground Railroad and had tunnels under it that were used in the Underground Railroad. And we believe that those tunnels connected all the way down the street there along Elm Street, through under our house and down to the Ditto Lansdale house
I believe
and
it.
some other historic homes that are down through there.
There's a room. There's a room in the house that's been split.
I'm trying to.
I don't know what it
There's-
is.
Okay, the room that we're planning on using for our master bedroom, as of right now, it's
It's not the inside, is it?
it's
Is
a
this the
big
inside?
room. Yeah.
Wow,
It's
look at that.
cluttered.
Now,
If you look through that, it's nice.
Oh, man, then I'm going up.
Anyway.
I see the staircase here. I'm going to the right on the staircase.
Yeah, you got
Is
to, because it's against the
Well,
exterior
but it
wall.
does it wrap around? Does this wrap around
Yeah,
a little bit?
it goes around and then goes up a few more
Yeah,
steps.
this is like the first room or second. No, there's a second room there.
The room that you're
I-
talking about that's at the top of those steps, once you wrap around those steps and come up to the next landing, there's a large bedroom on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left. After you go to the right, there's a bedroom on the left that has.
What's the
It's
next
like a
bedroom down the
dressing
hall
room.
there? What's the next room down the hall from that?
It's another bedroom.
Okay, that's the room I'm talking about.
Well,
It's
like I
split.
say, those rooms are basically connected. One of them is used as the dressing
Connected.
room for the master bedroom, if that makes
So
sense.
that's split. That's the split I'm talking
There's
about.
some steps that go down from the master bedroom into that.
That White House that you were pointing out, that's a big house. I'm looking
Yeah,
at
it's huge.
the picture that's got it.
Yeah, it's
Is this
huge.
the living room? Is this the downstairs?
Yeah, that's
I super feel comfortable here when I'm looking at this. I know you might think it's clutter or something, but I feel like I'm at home.
it's that's actually the second room. When you first come through the front doors, behind those curtains right there will be the first room that you come to. When you come through the front doors and turn to your right, would be the first room you come through. And then you walk through these curtains, which we're going to remove those curtains and put pocket doors back in or something. But anyway, and then you come down into this room, and then you come down into this dining room. It keeps stepping down
Look at
as
the
you go back.
kitchen.
Yeah.
This is a kitchen. I love it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just want to go back here real quick. This is not the first room when you come up through this. It's the second room. It's a split room. This woman that's an M. She keeps wiping her hands. She's up there.
Okay.
She's
we'll
up that way. She's no harm by any means. I feel M. I almost feel like an L word's coming in too, like Lawrence or
okay. We'll,
there's something coming through that way. But M is that. But is that it? Is this your house too, or is that something else?
Yep, that's it.
I'm looking at that picture right now, and I'm really liking how the fireplace is. So, is everything in this house original?
Yeah, it's not
it looks like
it's
it.
on the historic registry, so you can't really do a whole lot to it. You've got to kind of keep it original.
Like, look at the floors. The floors.
That
is
desk,
one of
if you go back to that previous picture,
this one.
no, the other one where the fireplace was, Jeremy. was
Okay.
talking about. That desk
one?
right there that the computer is sitting on, where you see the computer monitor there, that desk, that's actually original to the house, and it was at one time used by Sherman as his desk, General Sherman.
What's his first name?
What's that?
What's his first name?
William Tecumseh Sherman.
I'm really liking picture number 17, that bedroom.
So we're got 11 out of 23. So let's go to 17 and see what he says.
Yeah, I am really liking that bedroom.
I'm feeling like a real estate agent all of a sudden. Is that it?
There's a lot of whispering in this room.
Yeah. Not all the bedrooms are in the. There's only 23 photos. It's like I say, it's 5 bedrooms.
Yeah.
And this one happens to be. It's on the back side of the house. Those 2 windows look out over the river.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And we're gonna turn that bed around. Put the bed on the opposite wall so that you can lay there in bed and look out over the river.
Yeah, I would do that too. 2 pictures over, there's his and her bathroom set.
Yeah.
Was there a set of twins associated with this property?
Not that I know of. Like I said,
two boys.
we haven't had a chance to research it yet. We're gonna start digging into it as soon as we can get through the mortgage process. You know how that goes. It's a long process where they want paperwork that no longer exists, to be honest. So we're having to jump through a lot of hoops to get this.
Okay, so I have to ask this. I am looking at the picture of the tub, and
Guys, you're skipping way before me. Tell me what. No, that's the toilet. Tell me where do I need to go to? The tub? Is this it?
That one right there. And Denise said earlier that
No,
that
that's
tub
not
is closed,
affiliated.
but although we can't really see inside of it, but the tub looks like it's fine.
It needs to be replaced. It
Does
does.
it?
I love the tub. I
We're
remember
gonna-
seeing Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Like,
Yeah. I
honeymoon.
think
Honeymoon is
we're gonna
sweet.
put a clawfoot tub in there. And
What they're going to do is put a heart-shaped tub in there.
no, we're putting a clawfoot in there. Putting a big clawfoot tub.
They're going to romance their marriage again with a heart-shaped tub.
You never know.
Go,
You never know.
going through these pictures here. This is just amazing. I am loving the
I
color
love this.
contrast of the color.
I love the wallpaper in this room.
This is even the valances, on some of these windows, especially the one that's in
Look
the
at the
one
floor.
that has a second fireplace.
Mm-hmm.
Just looks amazing here.
I just want to say, everybody, look at the floor and the planks of the floor. That's how you know
They
it's
don't
original.
make them like that anymore.
No, they
it's,
don't.
it's 1841. That's old stuff.
Freaking love that time frame. I love Gilded America. I have a minor in Gilded America. Oh, I love this here. This like reminds me of like a little bar area that come to our house. Let me give you a drink. Sit
That's
here.
one of the landings at the top of one of the staircases there. That's where Denise saw the General Ditto.
Ditto.
He was standing there in that landing when she saw him.
Do you know
I
the
love
story
this.
behind that sword that's on the wall?
What's that?
Do you know the story behind the sword on the wall?
I don't. I know that the lady that owns the house now, her family is from Germany, and a lot of the stuff you see on the walls is German, is old German.
I'm German.
Sword
Münchhausen.
from way back. So there's no telling how old those swords are and shields.
Nick says this could be the biscuit and gravy bar. I would go all for that biscuit and gravy. I would love it. Ooh,
Okay,
that's
I got to tell this story because this was just so unique. I had to make this comment. It was either on your post, Ernie, or Denise's post.
Okay.
But about a week or so ago, I had this dream. And you know how in college dormitories where people would have these hats and they would have alcohol in it and this hose go and you just drink the whole thing.
Yeah.
I had a dream that you were wearing one of those, Ernie.
With gravy?
Filled with gravy.
And just walking around
You
doing
the
on the
hose
hand.
and all that gravy.
He brings the gravy. Denise brings the biscuits.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was. I don't know where that dream came from.
That
It
would
was just
be
so weird.
Story of my life, Jeremy. Story of my life.
that would be a dream come true, Jeremy.
Brad was in there. We got a fire hydrant or fire extinguisher here. By the door. Where does this door lead to?
That is a tiny. If you can't tell, that's a tiny door. It's not a full size door.
That looks like a full-size door. That's huge.
It's not. It's only about maybe 6 foot tall, and it goes into like this little hidden room.
They call it
They call it the playroom. We think it might have been used as a nursery at one time or something like
tiny
that.
room.
But it's a tiny little room that also has another little hidden door that goes out into another bedroom.
That bedroom's on there. That other picture.
Yeah. There's another bedroom picture that's
Is it this one?
Yes.
Yeah. That door comes out into this room. That door goes into a tiny little room, which then comes into this room. So it's
So there's like a little space there, like a small little hallway. Maybe.
no, it's
It
like a little
fits.
tiny room, and then you come out of that little tiny room, and there's 2 steps that go up, and
wow.
another little door like that opens up into this room.
That's
There's doors in
interesting.
between all the bedrooms, isn't there?
This house has not been listed for sale for very long.
No,
Uh,
we were laying in bed a few weeks ago, and like 3 a.m, I hear Denise. I'm asleep, and I hear Denise. Oh my God, we need this house. And I'm like, what? Whoa, what are you talking about? And she's like shoving her phone in my face. going, we need
Gotcha.
this house. And I'm like, okay, call them. And, you know, whatever. And I fell back to sleep, got up the next morning with her shaking me. You need to call a realtor on that house. You need to call a realtor on that house. So called the realtor and
Saw it that day.
saw it the next day, wasn't it?
No, it was
Just
that
like
The
that.
next day. And like I say, we walked 10 feet in the door and said, we'll take it. We hadn't seen anything. We just walked in the front door, said, yeah, we'll take it. And
And how far do you all live right now from this house?
about 15 minutes.
Okay, so it's not that
That's not
far.
bad at all.
Yeah, it's right down Dixie Highway.
It's right around the corner from Major Hayes' old house.
Yeah,
This
if
looks
you
like
know me-
Maysville. This looks like
Right to the
Maysville.
house. That's very quick.
Look
To
at
see.
that.
How long have you guys lived in the house you're in now?
Love that.
we've been here 3.5 years. Yeah, 3 years.
Okay.
Look,
and,
look at that. It's nice.
It's just, I mean, we have been looking for a historic home.
We don't own this house.
We're renting this home. You know,
Okay.
Denise and I got
Oh,
together and rented to begin with, and she was waiting to decide if she wanted to stay here or go back to Tennessee or what. And we just said, you know, well, the first house that fits what we're looking for, we'll jump on it. And we've looked at a few actually, but this one, I mean, everything seemed to fall into place. That town is a town that we've been looking at for a long time. And Emily, you love Kentucky and you love paranormal and
It
you love
reminds me of
history.
Maysville.
You need to look up some of the history of West Point. There is so much history associated with West
sure.
Point.
And Major Hayes.
Major Hayes, if that name should ring a bell to anybody that follows Waverly Hills history, Major Hayes is actually the founder of Waverly Hills. He named that property Waverly, and he donated the land to the city of Louisville to build Waverly Hills Sanatorium on. Well, he lived in West Point, Kentucky, and the house where our house is, if you look.
Hold on, don't tell me anything right now. This house over here, if you're looking at the screen that I'm showing you here, the house over here that's red brick on the far right side.
Yeah.
There's something that deals with the house that you all moved into with that house.
I would say probably.
It deals with produce. Something like this person that's in this house, this brick house on the far right side here, and that we see the back end of it.
Mhm.
There's something that they're mixing or making, but it deals with a lot with the house that you're all getting. They're transferring something, they're delivering something to you all from that house.
Oh, the hospital.
Well, our house was used as a Civil War hospital, as was the other red brick one that you see to the left of our house. It's 2 doors down, the kind of L-shaped house. Those were both Civil War hospitals, and you know, like hospital boats would come in, you know, through the river there, and more back behind those 2 properties, come up and deliver wounded soldiers
Like
there.
I feel like if I would want to
And they would
breathe it,
bring supplies from all over town to help.
Apparently, I'm
If I-
moving there too.
I think
Look at that.
and it's like food or bread or something.
We'll
But
have to
it
read
had a
I mean, I
lot to
know-
do with your house, and it had to do a lot with the house across the street from it too.
Here's Roebuck.
Not necessarily the house in between you both. I don't even know if that's there, and I don't even think that house was there. The house across
I
the
don't
street
think
from
it
you
was
has
there in
something
that
to
time
do with
period.
it.
This okay, the house that you're looking at, Emily, if you look right across that blacktop road from it,
Hi, Todd.
that gray house, there's the Todd.
Yes.
That gray house that's directly across the blacktop road from the house you're looking at, that is the
Yes.
first Sears Roebuck catalog home.
Are you kidding me?
No,
I freaking know all about Sears with Gilded America and all that stuff. Like they sold gravestones, they sold all kinds of stuff with Sears Roebuck. Is that really
Yeah,
for
that's-
real?
yes. And the house that's right next door to us with you see the buildings back there with the kind of orange roof?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You can look at some of the other aerial photos and you might be able to tell that farthest one back is a log cabin. With the orange roof
behind
there.
behind the green.
Behind the green one. Yeah,
I
that's a
see
log
it.
cabin back there. That was the home of a guy, John Shields is his name. He accompanied Lewis and Clark on their expedition. And this was the first stop on the Lewis and Clark expedition. Was
So
right,
are you going
right
to allow paranormal investigators to come stay with you all?
Cabins from 1700s.
probably, but not
Maybe.
right away. We're gonna live there and see how things are going before we do anything
I
else.
don't think
We'll make
anything's
any-
bad at your house. I think you're going to have a lot of residual hauntings, intellectual actually.
Yeah, we've already had some interaction. I mean, just on our walkthrough with the realtor,
I can
you know,
see
Denise and I both pick up on those
in the
things.
backyard.
What's
What
that?
is it?
I can see parties and bonfires in the backyard.
Yes, that is definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I want to be there. I'm
Are you
inviting
allowed to
myself.
get into the river or no?
Say again.
Are you allowed to get into the river?
Sure, you
Yeah.
might not be found until you're in freaking Owensboro, but yeah, you can.
If you come back out, you might have a lot of.
I know that sometimes they have signs out there, no swimming and whatnot. So I just
I don't
wondered.
think I'd want to swim in
I
that
wouldn't
one.
want to swim right there. If you look, I mean, right behind our house, right there, that's where the Salt River and the Ohio come together. So the water is really turbulent right there, you know. And I would think that it'd be real easy to get pulled under.
I'm trying
you're
to
out
pull
on
this house. I'm trying to pull this house out. You see the red brick building that I'm talking about, 2-story. Then across of it's that White House.
Yeah.
That they have something to do
That's
with
not-
your all's
That's
house.
not the other Ditto house, right?
No, the red one, the one that's
L-shaped.
to the left of ours,
That's L-shaped.
that's L-shaped, that's red. That's the
Yeah.
Ditto house. Yeah.
The one
The
that's
Ditto Lansdale house is what that's called.
the
Is
one
that a
that's the
school?
house that got torn down.
Yeah, they tore down an old wood frame house that was right next to it.
All right.
I'm trying to zoom in. So I'm on my computer. It's acting a little bit slow. But the Ditto house, was that a school?
No, it was a Civil War hospital. I think it might have originally been built as a roadhouse. Actually, it was one of the, like I say, it was on the
Texas
Louisville and
Roadhouse?
probably it was on the Louisville and Nashville Turnpike for like stagecoaches and everything. So it was like the first stop along the way
Thank
between
you,
Louisville
Todd.
and
I'm
Nashville.
glad Todd pointed out.
They can't see me pointing, can they, Todd?
So already just with the history between those two houses and apparently some of the other houses right there in that area, I can just about imagine the kind of imprints that have been left on that entire property.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. If I mean,
freaking
you
love
can't
Kentucky.
just off this to the right of what you see pictured in that last picture that she was showing is a pioneer cemetery that dates back to the late 1600s or mid to late 1600s.
To the right that we're looking at the right.
Yeah, to the right of there is this. It's
Oh,
you
let me
can't
see
see.
it again. Let me see
It's
if I
not
can
in
see
any
it.
of the pictures. It's
Oh.
further to the right than any of the pictures show. But that cemetery dates back to the 1600s. And
To the right of the house.
yeah, it'd be to the right of what you're
So,
looking at right there.
so near where the bridge is at.
Yep.
Yeah, it's actually right
Under the bridge.
right under the railroad bridge that's right
Okay, so Emily, go to picture number 5.
I'm trying to. I think my computer is going a little bit slow right now because I try to hit. Okay, here we go. Picture number 5.
Yeah.
Right
Okay,
there.
so we got the house here. So we're going to go to the left,
You see
right?
the railroad bridge up there? That
Yes.
cemetery is like right.
Right where your
Right there,
cursor's
right-
at. Go
up,
back with your cursor.
Go to the right there.
Right
Right in
here.
there is where the Pioneer Cemetery is. And like I say, it goes back to the 1600s. But I
Well,
mean,
I'm just inviting.
down there,
I'm inviting myself. Okay, if anybody wants.
sure, come on.
I never invite my mom's like, you never invite yourself, even when I was in elementary school. But I'm inviting myself here. This is
Come on
Kentucky.
and ring the bell. We might
I bleed blue like Kentucky. I love Kentucky. Like I'm so blessed and thankful that I was born and raised in this state. And hopefully maybe I'll run for office in this state in the near future because I do a lot of political stuff too. But the history and everything that's gone through, we are hard workers. And we're the lowest paid people in the nation, period. And
here make more than they do in, say, Tennessee. I'll tell you that.
I love Kentucky. We are known for basketball, bourbon, and
Fast horses.
horses. But I want to tell you this, and Ernie, I don't know if you even know this. We are known for more than just basketballs. We're known for the disco ball.
Yeah.
And we have the number one manufacturer of disco balls. Anywhere you go in the United States, if there's a disco ball, guarantee it came from Kentucky. Guarantee it.
No, you're older than dirt, and you've lived here your whole life.
She might not know I'm older than dirt and lived here my whole life.
I don't think you're older than dirt, but I don't know if you've lived here your whole life.
He is older than dirt.
But yeah, this place, I mean, like I say, they're filming Haunted Discoveries pretty much all in Kentucky and in the surrounding area. And I've talked to Brandon and Mustafa about their thoughts, and they firmly believe that it's the most haunted state in the country.
I do. In Ohio. Kentucky and Ohio. We're surrounded by water.
We got the river that pretty much wraps all the way around the state. We've got that massive cave system, the Mammoth Cave system. There's so much limestone quartz and other crystals and those type of things in the underground of Kentucky. So many underground rivers in Kentucky that, those are things that as paranormal investigators, we always say those are the things that keep that energy alive. And Kentucky just has a lot.
Carter Caves is 20 minutes this way. Then I got Dagon Mothman 20 minutes or 35 minutes the other way.
Yeah.
It's where all the rivers meet, with all the waters meet, the mountains. I love Appalachia. I just do. We're just a different group of people. We're super strong. We're stubborn in many ways, but when we see something spiritually speaking, we see it. Like. Yeah. We honestly do.
Denise is a many generations back Appalachian witch, and she's in.
Oh, we call them something here in Kentucky. Up in the hold on, keep talking. I'll tell you. It'll come to me. Witchy, something witchy.
Looking at the larger map and everything, I realize I have been right by that house.
Surely.
Yeah, because last time that we were down there for Waverly, I had gone down 31 to go stay in Vine Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you went right through.
You went right by.
Right by that house.
Yeah, you can see the house from the highway there, from 31W.
Oh gosh, what used to call? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not saying Denise is old, but I'm going to be 42 on March the 13th.
I am old,
but we called it. I'm looking it up right now. It says Appalachian folk magic. I think that's what we used to call it.
In this
folk
show.
magic. Folk magic. I believe that's what my grandmother used to say. That's folk magic up in the hollers of hollers.
Well, yeah, it's Oh, yeah. Jeremy, you know what this is, don't you?
Back when I was 24.
Jeremy, you know what that is.
I know what that is.
What is this?
I know what that is. That's a Ouija board.
Oh no. This is something completely different.
This
is something.
This is an Airbnb logo. The Airbnb logo.
No. This is called an EAD stone.
EAD stone? What's EAD mean?
Take a wild guess.
EAD. Denise for D. E for Ernie.
No.
I don't know. But you made me get my readers out for this.
Eat a dick.
Eat a dick?
Yeah.
At Waverly, we
Do you
had,
have T-shirts for that? Do you have EA?
We need
with
to.
a little cursor?
We need
That's
to.
my saying.
That's Denise's famous saying. But at Waverly, a couple years ago, when we were hosting the overnights, and we were having a lot of problems with a particular entity in the lobby that some folks labeled demonic. We think it was just, a big jerk of an entity. And Denise, being a witch, she decided to create this protection stone for our team because we had to spend so much time in there, and we had people that were getting affected, and we'd had to get them outside, get them grounded, and pull attachments off of them, that kind of thing. And so she created this stone. It's made with Waverly Hills brick dust, fire agate, dragon's blood, hematite. There's like.
Well, hold on. What's
15 different
dragon's
forms.
blood? What's dragon's blood?
You want to explain it? It's an herbal thing,
protection.
herbal protection mixture that they make incense out of and various things. But it's got sage in it. It's got cedar in it. It's got all types of.
things.
Is
there
it like a
30
pomegranate? Is it pomegranate or?
No.
No,
Really
sorry.
quick, really quick. Josh, I see that you're commenting under my personal profile. Your comments are not making it to the StreamYard. So just understand that, Josh, really quick.
But anyway, she started making these for us to carry with us. And when people would get affected, we would hand them to them and, get them grounded and all that. And it would just clear them. I mean, almost.
And that's at Waverly.
Well, then we.
Well, we've used it everywhere.
That had
but-
medicinal quality.
We took one, or we took several and sold them at the Paracon or the Fear Fest in Salina,
Okay.
Kansas. Jesse Stewart, who owns Dee's Ghost, was out there.
Yeah, I know who
And
these
no,
guys
Jesse,
is.
he's got some nerve damage and things in his arm, and had a bad accident several years ago, and he has a lot of pain that he deals with. He bought one of these. He put it in his hip pocket and walked away from the booth. Like 10 minutes later, he came over there like, dude, what's in this thing? And Denise started, telling him what was in
Yo, mama.
it. He's like, okay, I need all of them. I want them all. And he starts doing this. And if you know Jesse, if you've ever been around Jesse,
Yeah.
he walks around like this most of the time because he's always having so much pain in his shoulder. But he's like, look at this. He said, my back is fine, my hips are fine, I'm walking fine. He said,
Must
"I
have
don't know."
mistaken that for weed. That's what Nick says.
Well, each,
I'm all about weed.
if I'm not
I
mistaken,
am.
each one of them is a little different from the next one, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah, they're all individually. I mean,
Some of them have Octagon Hall dust. Some
see,
of them.
we just some these. I think this batch right here has dust from Octagon Hall. We've made some with Ra's Opera House dust. We've got bricks from lots of different haunted locations that we're grinding up to put in these, and they're all individually made. I mean, we make them in batches, but each one, Denise does her thing over each one individually.
Yeah. Well,
And-
because you guys mailed me. Hold on a second. Oh, you guys mailed me mine, and I still have the little card that's got all the individual ingredients to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, they work. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'm not a genius as far as that goes, but they work. That's all I can say.
I should probably start taking them with me when I go have my surgeries.
Yeah. I mean, while you're going through this rehab and everything, because just talk to Jesse. If you don't believe me, ask Jesse about it. I mean, he was blown away by the medicinal qualities that it had. And we've had people that have come to us and said, oh man, I was having a hard time with my relationship and,
Money.
put it into this and it's helped. I mean, they're good. Brad, contact us. We've got a batch of them here. We're going to be selling some. So contact us if you want one.
Awesome. Emily said that she'll be right back. I don't quite know where
She had to pee. Let's make up stories about what happened. She had to poop.
There you go. So Waverly, I haven't really told anybody this, but I'm getting ready to start working on a major writing project, and Waverly is actually going to be a focal point.
All right.
I don't quite know how I'm going to do it, but I've got ideas. Brad is asking about you making bracelets out of those things.
I don't think we could.
I don't think we could because it's
resin.
and
got a lot of stuff.
it's got so many different things in it that it would. That's why they're so big. That's why we have to make them so big, because
we can't crush the stone
to get a good
That's what she said.
Yeah. To get a good enough amount of all the ingredients in there to be effective, they need to be this large.
Ernie just acted like he did not know what I just said.
I heard what you said. I live with Denise. Denise is the.
Denise knows what I said. I love Denise.
She's a 13-year-old boy. She really is.
I am too.
I know. I kind of gathered that by that little Texas change that you guys went through this morning or last night. I don't know.
Yeah.
Denise posted it, and I'm looking at that, and I'm like, you guys have got to have a TV show based on you two.
I don't know why it hasn't happened. There's so many TV shows that can come out of Kentucky. I don't understand why it has not happened that much.
It
And Ohio, just Ohio. I don't know if you all, I'm the only paranormal investigator that's been allowed into this house, but the Circus House in Columbus, Ohio, the first circus in the United States before Ringlings and all this is Sells Brothers. That investigation was super haunted, that mansion, and it led me to other things, just, and then it led me up to Mansfield. But it didn't lead me to Ohio State Reformatory. It led me to Sealy Rose House and the farm. What's the farm called? Hold on, let me look it up real quick. I investigated that, and I have some really good videos off of it, really. But just Kentucky, Ohio, they could do series after series after series, in my opinion, in Appalachia.
Yeah,
and there's so many. We want to put Waverly. I love Waverly, even though I've not been there, but that's our roots. And we got Trans-Allegheny in West Virginia. We got Ohio State Reformatory in Ohio. We have all these big places.
You've got Lake.
We're missing. We're missing all of these other places that's not been put on the map that could have absolutely amazing paranormal evidence, experiences, and everything. That's not.
Yeah,
it could be endless.
That's kind of what Brandon and Mustafa, Kevin,
yes,
that's what they're doing with Haunted Discoveries. Is they're focusing on the lesser known locations. Yeah, they very well might be filming at Waverly in the future, but they have been filmed. They've filmed almost 3 full seasons now, and it's all places that, for the most part, the world has not been exposed
to. Farm. Malabar Farm.
Yeah.
That's what the farm I investigated.
Those locations.
Yeah.
Malabar Farm. I'm going to show a picture of this. I investigated this place. I had a video of it. This is everybody. I'm political, and I do a lot of political shows. I lost everything in 2000. Let's see, 2021, April 2021, had 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube page. I did political and paranormal. And then I had 800,000 followers on TikTok, lost all of that. And then I've been on a show and stuff, but I had a really great video of an investigation of Malabar Farm, which if you watch the movie for Ohio State Reformatory, what was it called? With, Shawshank. The cabin the cabin scene there where the guy finds out his wife's cheating, everything is filmed on Malabar Farm. They had that cabin there. But Celie Rose house, which she poisoned all of her family members. She was born on my birthday, March the 13th. That's there. I actually saw Celie Rose physically on a bike on the outside of the house. But Malabar Farm is absolutely phenomenal. No, this has not ever been on TV, Malabar Farm. And I've got to investigate. I know the king. And this is Louis, this is Bromfield's place. And I know the park owner or the manager over this stuff. I can get us in there, and no doubt about it, I can get us in there to do a full investigation. There's just so many places, and this is just probably 20 minutes from Ohio State Reformatory that nobody talks about it.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. This is
It
one
is a
end of it.
beautiful place. Really nice.
It's beautiful. It's haunted. It's haunted. Here's one part of the farm. I lost everything. I'll show you some videos of what I did. Celie Rose. I think Celie Rose house, Ohio. I think that it was on Ghost Hunters, I think, one year. This is a Celie Rose house. I spent a whole day and a half in this, and this is right next to Malabar Farm. And this is one of the most creepy, scariest haunted locations I've ever been in. And I saw her, this window up here on the far right corner. I was in there. This is all captured. And this, it doesn't look like, it looks straight right here, but it's uphill. And I saw Celie on a bike with her hair braided, just like 2-3 seconds, and I saw her coming through that window. And then you can see me on the video. I look in this next window next to it because that's all one room there, and I don't see her. And then I asked her in EVP or recording. I said, "Celie, did I see you?" And I have an EVP response. Yes, that's me.
That's cool.
But see, here it is. The corner part of Celie Rose. But this is on Malabar Farm, which was part of Shawshank Redemption. This is all here. And she murdered her family. She poisoned her family. And nobody talks about it. And I think it was on Ghost. I think it was on Ghost. I double clicked on that again. Ghost Hunters many years ago. But
Yeah.
then we got the circus house. I'm going to pull up the circus house. Sells Mansion, Columbus. I want to show you this. I was the only investigator, and if we want to pull up some EVPs, I will. I'll have some of those still with me. This is the circus house in Columbus, Ohio. Sells Mansion, and I was one of the only paranormal investigators to go into that mansion and investigate and do EVP work. It's beautiful. And it was underneath the basement. They used to house animals in the basement of that. The history behind this house is phenomenal. And I'm trying to get back in there with Chris Tillman with Toledo, Haunted Toledo. I don't know if you've all heard of Haunted Chris Tillman. I'm doing some things with him over the summer and things. I'm hoping to get back in there with the Sells Mansion, or AKA the circus house. And I ended up becoming friends with the owner of this home and didn't even know that he was the owner of this. And he sold the home. There's new owners now, so I'm gonna have to get friendly with them. But Wes was the owner of the home. I ended up being friends with him on social media, and I was like, well, I'm planning to stay up in Columbus. I need a place to stay in Columbus. Can I stay at your house? And he's like, well, I got the he had an Airbnb servant's house type of thing. If you sit and look at the far right hand side, you see the roof. That's what he's talking about. So he let us stay there, and then he let us investigate. And he was the only person allowed us to come in and investigate.
That's cool.
It's super haunted, super freaking haunted. Columbus, Ohio is amazing.
The way that house looks with that overhang there, it almost looks like it could pass for a funeral home.
This is old old school. They have and then this is where they got rid of but this is the first circus. The Sales Mansion was the first circus house. And then back here, you see this video. See where the van's parked. This was like the servant. This is where I stayed when I investigated. It's freaking phenomenal. It's the best place ever. Let me pull up
here in the back.
Huh?
Is that supposed to be a pool in the back?
He has a pool here on the left-hand side. And a fireplace and everything. But this back here, this is like the servants' place, or it used to be an old school, and I have a story behind that. And we didn't even know it was an old school when I was there. But this is where I stayed in the back part of the circus house in Columbus.
Looks like a cool place.
It's phenomenal. It has the best history. I love Ohio and I love Kentucky. I love West Virginia. Let me, it comes up. Like here's one. Here we go. This is the picture of it.
This place matters.
On the side, it was just a really good place. And I'm hoping to get back in there this year.
Wow.
This is inside of one of the rooms. It's phenomenal. And this is the stairwell. Let me see here.
That actually kind of reminds me of
see the
Stadium
picture.
Stairwell.
Denise is trying to drag me away with her sexy socks.
Yeah, this was inside of it too, on the side. What is it? Is it pineapples? Pineapples?
Chicken leg socks.
What is this? Chicken. KFC. Kentucky chicken.
Okay, I got that video from Nick. So a couple years ago, Nick and I were filming for what was at the time going to be a series. We was at the Crown Point jail. And I'm going to
Can Nick come on live now? Can you send him a stream? Can he come on live?
He can get on anytime he wants. He's under this account.
He tell him to come on live. I tell him, Nick, come on live.
Okay. So I don't know. I think they're in the residential part of the jail. This is one of those where it's got the sheriff's house right in the front of the jail. And see how that shadow comes down and covers the guy's head?
Yeah.
Now there's only two IR lights there. The light that's coming from Nick's camera, and then I think his friend Don is to his left, and he has his own IR light. But this shadow, in order for that to be made, it would have to be right in front of where they're at. And the light.
It looks like a totally cut off. It looks weird.
Yeah, well, eventually it'll raise up.
What's up, guys?
Hi, Nick.
But Nick,
And then later on, it'll come right back down, and it only covers. His name is Earl. That's Earl and Denise. They're actually volunteers at the Crown Point Jail. See, okay, now it's going back up, and then later on.
hold on, time out. We went from one extreme to the next right now.
Yeah, but keep an eye on this. Next, it's going to come right down, like screaming down on him.
Yep.
Just give it a second.
See a water sign. That's what I want to know. See a water sign.
See it now, comes right back down.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
Back up.
Yeah, I'll play it again. It's just really weird, and like I said, Nick is the one who is videotaping this. So imagine what he must be.
I was like, I was
Time
actually,
out. Time out. There's something that's black that comes in and peeps in here on the left-hand side if you're looking at the screen.
see, honestly,
see
I was
that?
kind of freaking out because I was seeing this happen
It's
while
a
I was
headless
recording.
horseman.
Yeah, I mean, it
Headless
was
horseman.
like, it was not like how most.
Oh, so
kids
somebody's
were
standing
doing.
there. Hold on. Somebody's standing there on the left-hand side. There's
That's
movement.
Don. He's standing there
Yeah,
with the
that's-
camera,
that's
and
his
he's
friend
got
Don on
a
the
light
left-hand
with him.
So there's nothing above that then
No,
to cut this guy's head off.
No,
no, and the RI light that's on the camera, those are the lights that are going around the camera lens. So in order to cover that, you would see somebody's finger right there on the camera.
My question would be: is it that camera rig? Is it one of them that has the microphone that protrudes over top of the
Yes.
lens?
yes, it is. Yes.
Is there any chance that it was the mic maybe dipping down?
No, I checked it while this was going on. I mean, I made sure even before we started filming, I made sure it was.
Well, even if
firmly
they fix
attached.
it. Look, here we go. He's good right now.
And the
then it's
weirdest
gonna
thing
go
is,
back
you can see
down.
on the side of the video, there's a light right there. That was Don. He was helping us film this. And
Yeah.
the weirdest part was I'm whispering over. See, you can see the camera now. I whisper over to Don. I'm saying, Don, are you getting this on camera? And he's like saying, no, I'm getting nothing. Somehow it was only being recorded by me. And I was checking. I was turning several times to make sure I wasn't the one causing it. But I was, even though we had the windows behind us, there was no light whatsoever that would cause a shadow like that to go down. It's
That's
just,
pretty awesome.
it was so
And-
weird.
And another thing to think about is that if it was the microphone that's attached to the camera, as he's moving the camera, that black mass would be moving
Yeah, you
along.
would think it would follow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's staying solid on Earl while he's moving the camera.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, very briefly, I also pointed the camera. If you guys saw, I did briefly put the camera up to the ceiling just to make sure, again, if there wasn't anything that was causing the shadow. And you can see there's nothing on the ceiling that would have caused that. It's just, I mean, you can't hear it, but you can
This
actually.
is Crown Point Gel. Crown Point
Yeah.
Gel.
Yes,
So
it is.
I have not heard of Crown
Its
Point Gel.
official title is Old Lake County Sheriff's House and Jail. It's in Crown Point, Indiana, but everybody calls it Crown Point Jail.
Hold on, I wanted to share my. I think
We're going to be
I-
going back later this year.
South Maine.
I'm gonna jump off here. I got to get me something to drink and get ready for bed. I got to get up and do some stuff for Waverly Hills tomorrow. So
Woo!
Wow.
I appreciate you sending me a link and inviting
Oh.
me in. It's good talking to you.
Ernie, it's good to talk to you. Me,
Have it
you're
enjoy
going to
again.
come on my show eventually.
Send me a
So-
message and we'll work something
Oh,
out.
we need to do something in Kentucky. Waverly's an hour and a half from me, so
Well, get with me on Messenger.
we're gonna have to do something. Okay.
Oh,
Nick,
good talking.
Congratulations!
Jeremy.
Congratulations on your new home.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Come on,
Always
Ernie.
great chatting with you, Ernie. Have a great night.
Good night. Good night, Denise.
She's done.
Good night,
Thank you for
Denise.
taking some-
Ernie. So
Yeah.
is this Crown
This is-
Point?
This
Yes,
is
it
Old Lake
is.
Jail.
This is it. That's it.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's the one.
Can y'all hear me? I don't know if I'm dead or not. Okay.
Oh, There's Denise telling everybody good night.
Good night, Denise.
Good night, Denise. Next time, we need to see Denise next time, physically. We heard her voice, but we need to see her physically. I love everybody in Kentucky and Ohio, West Virginia, all of us. So this is. I want to pull back real quick to the Circus House up in. Have you all investigated a lot in Columbus, Ohio? Is anybody?
I never have.
Surprisingly,
Nobody
no.
talks about Columbus, Ohio, and it's like the Bushes, George Bush, and all of them came from Columbus, Ohio. There's a lot of history in Columbus, Ohio. I've investigated many locations there, but it's never been on any kind of TV show, which is what I like. I like that.
Yeah, it's
So
really
the
surprising.
The Circus House. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. and this is the murder room up in the circus house, which they had Mrs. Sells's original bathtub to this home. This is in the late 1800s. There's a lot of scandal that went behind the Sells Mansion or the circus house in Columbus. Like they had a divorce, and it went to the court, and like it was packed out. Everybody was like one of these like murder trials, like the Murdaugh trial and all that stuff happened, but it was a divorce in Columbus back in the late 1800s. And but anyway, this is the murder. They call it the murder room because somebody eventually over the years got murdered up in the upper part of this house. But in the main bathroom of the murder portion of the home, they had Mrs. Sells's bathroom, and it's a tub. And I'm always going to get in a tub. Like you take me to a place, if it, I'm getting in the tub. If you take me to a place that has an indoor, what is it called in the hospital? Sorry, I'm going blank. At almost 1 o'clock or 12:30 in the morning. What is it called? Morgue. If you take me to a morgue, I will get into a morgue. I will get into that. I will lay on anything. I will lay on anything. Oh Lord, have mercy. Take that how you want to. But this is up in the upper fourth floor of the circus house. And there, in the original bathtub of Mrs. Sells was in this room, and you're gonna hear me saying, "What is this?" I'm getting into it, like who's ever gotten the tub. But before I say that, when I walk into the room, you're gonna hear a woman. I'm the only female in this house. It's me, the owner, the guy I was with that was doing a paranormal investigation. That was it. 3 of us. Listen to this. Here, who's that? Listen. Who's that?
Somebody turn it up. Hey, I'm going to turn my volume up.
I'll keep playing it back
Yeah,
and
now I
forth
can
till you
hear
tell. Okay, who's that?
Yeah.
I walk into this bathroom with the original bathtub. So here. Who's that?
Yeah, I could hear that. Yeah.
Hey, Wes. Has anybody taken a bath in this?
Anybody taking a bath? I walked in the room. You hear that? Who's that? I walk into that room. And I talk to Weston Wolf. His family owns the Dispatch, the Columbus Dispatch, the news there in Columbus. And I'm asking who's, and then that's how I found out it's the original bathtub. And I sit in it. I do sit in it and do a session with that, but I did not know that was it. But as soon as I walk into that room, listen, it's a female. Who's that?
Hey, Wes.
Who's that? I freaking love that house. It's probably one of the most haunted locations I've ever been in. I'm not joking.
I have to possibly do a Nick Files episode on that location soon.
Well, if you want to talk about it, it's the first circus in the United States, Sells Mansion. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can find something else. There's a little kid. I'll tell you, there's a little kid. This is Ghostbot. Here's 23 tracks. Let me see if I can. There's a little kid in the basement too that's super creepy. Oh, here's the murder upstairs, murder room. Again, this is the same. It says murder room. Help me. Listen to this. You're going to hear some people talking in the background. And I'm in the back room where somebody supposedly got murdered. So listen to this.
Did you die here? Listen, I'm here one time only.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Help me.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hear people talking. That's Wes and David I was with. Help me. hear it?
Are you able to hear it, Jeremy? Because I'm able. Well, it's because I got headphones on. So
Jeremy might not. That's a difficult one to hear. With
Yeah.
Here's the child's voice in the basement. This might be better to hear the child's voice. Hold on.
There should be a lot back here too.
It's never felt so sterile.
What was that?
Listen.
There should be a lot back here too.
It's never felt so
Hi.
oh yeah, I can. That's
What
clear.
was that? I just heard that.
Where?
It went ah.
What?
It went ah.
No, I didn't hear any of that.
Listen.
It's never felt so
Hi.
That's very clear.
Hi. Little kid's voice. And this place is phenomenal. It's a sales mansion. It's in Columbus, Ohio, and then I've investigated so many other places in Columbus. I would love to develop a team in Columbus. It's only 2 hours for me, and go up there and do stuff. Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, phenomenal.
It's always
Indiana,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Indiana. I don't know that much. I'm sure Fort Wayne. I know Jason. What's his last name? He's gonna get mad if I don't say his last name. I don't know if he'll get mad, but I should know his last name. Jason Snyder in Fort Wayne.
Oh yeah, I know who he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, Jason Snyder in Fort Wayne. I've not. The only thing I've done that towards that way is the Culbertson Mansion right across from Louisville. Y'all look super excited.
Honestly, I'm actually tired. I'm about to call it a night.
No, let's do 20 more minutes. 1 o'clock.
All right,
Can we do
20
1
minutes.
o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Yeah, because I got to work the next morning.
I'm off tomorrow, but I can sleep in. My sleep in though is not 7:30, it's 8:30. So that's my sleep
Yeah,
in.
it's usually right around this time that I go up to bed, and I'll read for
20
about.
minutes. Can we do 20 minutes?
Well, sometimes I'll wait until 1 o'clock. I'll go to
Yeah.
bed, then I do some reading, then I go to sleep, get up, have breakfast, and start writing on my stories.
Well, let's do 20 minutes. And with 20 minutes, can I be right back?
20 minutes is doable.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, she asks us for 20 minutes and then she leaves.
Yeah. So how did everything go with the show earlier tonight? I mean, I watched some of it, but I felt bad I wasn't able to earlier.
It was good. It ended awful quick. That hour just went by fast.
See, what happened was they really worked me off today at work. So when I got home, I was exhausted. I mean, I couldn't even keep up. And the worst part was I forgot to say, no, Brad, that is not it. I thought you were leaving. He said, have a good night. What the hell?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part was I forgot to set my alarm like for 6 o'clock. And when I woke up, it was a few minutes like, oh, shit. I forgot about the show, damn it.
Yeah, shows are not that important. No, I just.
I'm back. I'm hiding something.
While you were gone, Emily, Brad wanted to vote this. He voted 5 more hours.
You know what? Send Brad this link, and he can sign on, and Jeremy can sign off.
I'll tell you what. If you two want to go on 5 more hours, you can have at it. I'm still.
I
gonna go
can't.
to bed.
I still gotta get. Yeah.
I gotta tell y'all. Look, I got a little surprise here. What do y'all think it is?
It's obviously something big. I mean, it's like a big board of some sort.
That's what she said. What do you think this is? It's a board?
No, I said a board, like a wooden board.
Well,
I mean-
you can't see it very well.
You can split it open a little bit. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
This comes from 1940. 42, I think it is. 42.
Oh wow.
Is it a painting?
No, it ain't a painting. My grandmother gave this to me as a gift when I was 4 years old. So I got this when I was 1985. Can y'all guess what it is? 1985.
Oh man.
I have no clue.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
Do you believe in haunted objects?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, I think that they happen, or at least have attachments.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is so haunted, but she is damaged. I'll say that. It's damaged.
So it's a doll.
That's why she's not in my bank vault at the bank, because I have other dolls. It's a doll.
The doll.
Shirley Temple.
Whoa. Shirley Temple.
She's never been open.
Wow.
Well, we have damage here with this. Like she has the this has never been opened. Like this is literally from the 1940s.
So how old is this?
I've kept good care of it, even though this is
1940 something. You said.
Yeah, I think 1942, right? That's about 80 years old.
Around that. Yeah.
That doll is actually in really good shape for being that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the box is not that good, and I think a lot of people look at the box. She's never come out of the box. She's not, the back part is good.
I was going to say, other than the plastic, I'm really surprised the box is still in really great shape too.
There she is.
Yeah.
I love her. This is one of the biggest presents I got from my grandmother, and it's all still here, like the mask and everything to protect. She's still sewed into the box. Her dress has not turned yellow, not yellowed or anything. So, but I'll just tell you this: I have other dolls that are in.
How is that even possible for the dress to not yellow after all of this time?
Yeah.
I never put her in my basement. I've always kept her with me. She was in my bedroom growing up, and she's been in my home. I've never put her in a basement that could possibly have any kind of.
But it's not sealed though, so it's still
getting
oxygen. And
it kind of exposed into the elements.
Yeah.
It's not yet. I swear, she's good.
That's incredible.
It is. That's an amazing condition for being 81 years old.
Yeah, for
probably. I was 5 years
long.
old. I was 5 years old when she gave it to me, so that was going to be in 1986, and then this comes from the 1940s. But I have other dolls. I have other dolls that's in my bank in a box. And I have like the first Barbie, which was a black-headed Barbie in a black and white bathing suit. I have the first Ken. I have Laverne and Shirley. Those dolls. I have Mork and Mindy that's never been opened. I have Cher that's never been opened, and what was the show with her husband? I have a lot of dolls that's never been opened that's in the bank, but I kept this one out of the bank because it's been obviously I consider it not in the best shape, but figuratively speaking, the doll. I mean, this is from 1940.
You need a Jeremy of the
Oh, we need Jeremy of the Corn.
No. That's supposed to be Nick of the Corn, not Jeremy of the Corn.
No, we need both Jeremy and Nick of the Corn. But I think she's in good shape. I'm keeping her until the dad. She might be buried with me.
In perfect shape.
This came from the 1940s.
Not doll at all.
Came from the 1940s.
I'm gonna have to say, like 20 years from now, I'll be even. more amazed if she's still in that great shape by the time she turns 100. That's
Should I
all.
take her out of the box? Should I take her out of the box and make
No.
her be a
No,
prop back
don't.
here?
No,
Okay.
leave it in the box.
Yeah, as long as you leave it in the box, that will be able to stand the test of time, if you will.
Yeah,
No,
even
she's
though
done a
the
great
plastic
job.
is torn. She still has not been out of the box and played with, so it'll have more value to if you just leave it in there.
I'll tell you this: the first Barbie that's black haired and has a black and white bathing suit. Nobody knows about that. I did a what she's worth. She's never been opened out of the box. My grandmother gave it to me. She gave me all these dolls that she collected that was never opened. It's worth $37,000 right now, just the Barbie.
Wow.
Ken is much cheaper because he's a dude. Ken, the last time I checked on him was 4 years ago, and it was 17 or 16,000. Then I have Mork and Mindy. Y'all don't remember Mork
That's
and
still a
Mindy?
lot of money.
Mork and Mindy. Remember Robin Williams? When Robin Williams passed away, Mork went up a lot more money. Mork and Mindy, both of them together, it's never been open. It's worth almost $50,000, both of them together. So I got dolls. Do you think this doll's haunted? Should I do something with this doll?
I mean,
my son
it has
is scared of it. My son is scared of it. I'll just tell you that. My son does not want to see Shirley. And I put it in my closet so he doesn't see her because she used to be out. I put her in I put Shirley in the closet. Nick is too young for Morgan.
yeah, I am too young for Mork and Mindy. Hey, Jeremy, we got another
I got Sunny.
Twitch version.
We've been getting more Twitch people lately.
I got Sunny and Cher too. That's
right.
You remember Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson that has the silver gloves and silver socks and stuff. That's never been open either. Nanu, Joel, Jade, Nanu.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that. I would not know that either, Jill.
Okay, so I want to bring something up since we're talking about dolls.
Oh.
Do you think? Hold on, real quick before you bring it up. Do you
Good
think
night,
she's
Brad.
haunted? Do you think she's haunted? Brad did not hang in for 5 hours. Forget Brad.
I can't tell.
You
Good night,
think she's
Brad.
haunted? I don't think my son.
I mean,
gets
it's
spooked
kind of
out
hard
by
to
her.
say.
I don't think
It's
she's
kind of hard to
haunted.
say.
My son gets spooked out by her. He
See,
doesn't
it's
like
kind of hard
seeing
to
her.
say. I mean, maybe it is considering it's been past.
So I just did a
Everyone's
search
saying
here
no here.
for Barbie.
No, I don't feel it either. I don't feel like it's haunted either. My son gets spooked out by her, so that's why I put her in my closet. That's when I said, I'll be right back, for you all. And I went and got her. My son does not like her out in the open, but I don't think she's haunted at all. I think this is just a nice piece of history.
Yeah.
And I'm
It is.
thankful I have her.
I just did a search on Barbie, the 50th anniversary NASCAR doll. So my dad had a huge NASCAR collection that he just had everything auctioned off. The amount of stuff that he gave to this auctioneer easily came up with $5,000. Easy. He got a check a couple of weeks ago for $450. Everything, including
Really?
a 50th anniversary NASCAR Barbie doll that where the box had never been opened. And I'm looking online here, and I'm seeing them going anywhere from $30 to $325. The $325 is where the Barbie doll is still in the box, which his was, and the auction ticket for that particular item was $60.
Hold on. I'm going to show you a picture here. This is the first bar we have. Never been open. It's in the bank for me. Never been open. It was 17,000, I think, or 27,000. I don't know. It's a super weird price. This is the first Barbie. She was black-headed, a black and white bathing suit. This is what I have in the vault. Is it sharing?
Oh,
You'll
no.
see it
Oh,
yet?
hang on. Add a stream. Oh, whoa.
Here we go.
Yeah.
It's the first Barbie. That's what I
That's
have.
the first.
And
that's
I
the
believe
first
it's
Barbie.
17, yes, 17,000 or 27,000 with, like, she's perfect condition. My grandmother bought it. She got the first Ken too. Ken was way cheaper than her. But yeah, this black hair, black and white bathing suit is the first Barbie.
That is just wow.
The way that her eyes are sliding, that's she's
Kind of a little bit unsettling.
This is not it.
she's upset about something. The way that they have her eyes.
You know the way how she, you know what she kind of reminded me of? She kind of looked a little bit like, she actually, I don't know why, she kind of
That's
reminded me
her.
of Morticia Adams from the Adams Family.
I can
And
kind of
then,
see
like
that.
they have the first Barbie doll, Black Barbie, they kind of mimicked her with that, but the first Barbie was definitely, she has black hair like me, and she had a black and white bathing suit, and this is her face. And I have her in a box, never been opened, mint condition in my bank.
The original 1959 Barbie doll.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep, 1959.
It's the same year my
Barbie.
dad was born.
Oh, I spelled it wrong here, Barbie. And then they came out with her in blonde hair after that, because I don't think here it is. This is her. That's it. That's her. Absolutely. Look at her
Those
eyebrows.
eyes,
That's
though.
her. That's exactly.
Just those.
That's almost like a sultry look.
Yeah.
This is her.
Those
This is the first Barbie ever made. And then they came out with the blonde. They came out with red. They came out with red too for Lucille Ball, because Lucille Ball got really popular back then. They came out.
Yeah,
with
I was
red.
gonna say she does have a Lucille Ball kind of look to her. Yeah.
Mhm. Lucille Ball was popular, but I'm just gonna say blonde Barbie was not the first pick. It was black, then it was red, and then it was blonde. And I have the black 1950s Barbie. I have the first Ken doll. Let me look up this first Ken doll.
I
And I'll
just
show you
can't get
what
over
it
like
looks
the original dolls, how their eyes, they just have this glaring
him,
look to them.
right here. That's the first Ken doll. It's him in the robe. He had a robe and pants on. That's all he had.
Wow. That's
Ken.
kind of an
He's
interesting.
That was Ken.
His eyes are out of alignment.
Yeah, they are.
He is, but that's the first Ken doll. I have him in box. First Ken doll. Let
Oh
me-
boy.
Yes,
God.
he is.
I
Well, no,
just-
that's not him. See, that's a little bit more like him too, but his eyes, that might be more of an update. But that's the clothes he had on. In why does it keep going back this? I have to keep looking search for first Ken doll. This
It's
is him.
just so.
This is him. Well, he was blonde. This is dark hair. Ken was blonde. Ken was blonde. The first Ken doll is blonde, not dark. But he had the pins, like the red and white and everything. This is all in my bank deposit box. Never been open. Sunny Share. Let's show you Sunny and Share.
I just found somebody
I have
advertising
this one too.
the little Reese's cups.
Yeah.
Plant-based-
What is it?
Plant-based Reese's cups.
Plant-based Reese's cups.
Doesn't sound good, does it?
It doesn't. I mean, I think when you first said that, I thought you were talking like,
only
what, they're
if it's
making
weed.
like. I was just about to say, is it like
Marijuana.
edible?
We
or
got
something?
plant-based brownies. But here's Sunny and Cher. These are the dolls I have that's ever been opened in my banks. Cher and Sunny. These are exactly the two dolls I have that's ever been opened. It's at my bank. Let's do Mork and Mindy. I'm gonna show you Mork and Mindy.
I had no idea that they made dolls out of these. Honestly,
And Mork,
Yeah, I didn't either. But honestly,
obviously Mork went up when Robin Williams passed.
I have never seen a Mork and Mindy episode.
Yeah, and I've never even heard of it.
I've never heard of it though. Red.
Ever heard of Mork and Mindy?
No. Matter of fact, I haven't. No.
I've heard of it. I just never seen an episode.
He wasn't wearing red. I don't feel like he was wearing red.
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, Jill saying it was so funny.
Right
I
now.
remember him wearing red. He had suspenders. He had suspenders
I'm
on.
just trying to do a complete series of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, I don't remember any of this.
Hold on. He had suspenders on. Doll suspenders. That's the doll I have. He has suspenders on. It's like rainbow suspenders. Well, here's suspenders, but we need this is Robin Williams as Mork. But the doll I have has those suspenders. Mork and Mindy.
Okay,
doll.
Jill.
Let's just type that in. Why y'all yawning? Don't. We're not as young.
That's not.
Lord
me.
have mercy. I might have a special edition here. I might have to go deeper into Mork and Mindy and figure this stuff out. He has suspenders. I'm gonna have to go to my bank and pull the doll out and just look at it.
Jill, I can't show a clip from that show because of the copyrights, especially since this show is now going on Spotify. So I'm not doing clips on this show anymore.
Unfortunately.
I have this one. I have Michael Jackson that's never been opened. It's this one.
Michael Jackson dolls.
That one.
Whoa, 1984.
Yeah, that's the one I have. That's the one I have. Never been opened. Michael Jackson doll.
I did not know they had
with
Michael
the glove. He has
Jackson.
a silver sock. I actually have pictures of me. I need to probably in my family album. I'll take a picture of him and post them on my family. I have see Michael Jackson here in the yellow vest and everything. I have that poster behind me in my bedroom. I have that doll though. It's never been opened. This is the exact package it's been in. Too the yellow.
That's incredible.
I'm upset with Mork and Mindy. Mork and Mindy. The doll I have both of them. Hold on, is this it? No, that's not it. Mork, that's Mindy. Mindy, I do think that I believe Mindy looking like that, but Mork had his suspenders on, just like this picture. I'm not seeing that here, so that might be a special edition that I got or something. I don't know.
That looks an awful lot like a good Freddy Krueger shirt.
Oh,
it kind of does.
Kid, how about kid sister? Kid sister. Wherever I go, she goes her kid brother. Kid brother.
You know what? It actually. I gotta say this right now. When you brought up about how it looks like he's got like a Freddy T-shirt, Jeremy. He with that doll version, he actually looks more like Chucky from Child's Play. Yeah, see, Jill just read my mind.
Yeah, I was thinking Chucky too.
Look here, Mork. I swear my doll looks like this. My doll looks like this, but with the suspenders. So I don't know. Maybe I got a special edition.
Jill saying she's surprised you don't have Raggedy Ann and Andy.
I do, but they're more popular, so I didn't bring them up tonight. They're more popular. I don't know. I want to do kid sister, kid brother. What is it? Kid brother, kid sister. Commercial. 1980s. I need to put 1980s. This reminds me of
on YouTube.
What's
Is
that?
it?
We got a viewer on Twitch, one on on YouTube, and one on Facebook.
Awesome.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you're all here. Love you, hearts. This
And it's
this
at 1 o'clock now, so we need it.
it is okay. Well, can we do
It's-
this one video and then we'll close it out?
Oh my goodness, look at this.
I can't do that because of the copyrights, because I don't want anything happening on Spotify.
Oh, it's
so
60 seconds. Oh, 60 seconds or less. Or actually,
had-
3
I had
minutes
a
or
30
less on
second-
Spotify.
I had a 30-second video get blocked, so I
Oh
can't take
boy.
Oh,
that
you
cheap.
gotta fight that because you got Fair Use Act and you got 3 minutes or less on fair use. My buddy and kid sister. That's what it is. And it was a 28-second video I was trying to share there, but you gotta fight those things, Jeremy. Don't sit there and let them walk all over you.
Yeah, I get tired of fighting those copyright things.
No.
I fight him.
Me too. Me too.
I fight him every single time. And I win every single time because I fight him. Nobody knows what Fair Use Act is or fair use requirements are. So I fight him all the time. All
So
right.
you know what this,
Last one that I fought, they wouldn't. I didn't win it. They kept saying, nope, they're saying it's valid, even though that specific clip is on many other different channels. What the hell?
That's
Jeremy,
what
you
I
need
give him.
Emily.
I fight him.
You need Emily to fight that for you.
I will fight you tooth and nail.
Because she said she always wins.
I do. I always win.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
Now
been
we know who.
I did not.
Well, now
The
we know
dog
who to reach out
commercials.
to.
My buddy and me. My buddy and me.
There were two videos, not ours, but two videos from the network from another show that got completely removed off of YouTube because it went against what CDC was recommending.
Well, YouTube sucks. That's why you gotta get Rumble.
Yeah.
I had 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. Lost everything because my opinion was different than some other people. A lot of
It's just an opinion. We're not
So-
stating any fact. This is our.
I never got a warning or anything. I'm looking at comments here. I never got a warning or anything. I woke up one day, it was all gone. I was monetized. Don't ever be monetized on YouTube. Be monetized on Rumble because they are amazing. They believe in free speech no matter what. Get on Rumble.
I was going to say, Jeremy, weren't we going to try to get Rumble at some point?
I
Get
have
Rumble.
Rumble, but I need to get 100 subscribers on it before I can even go.
No, you don't have to do that. I don't even have 100 subscribers, and I'll be honest. Well, I'm growing. I started Rumble in October, and I'll tell you this: I go live every time. Tonight, I had 410 live viewers on Rumble tonight on my show, and then last night on my podcast, the B System or the BS is what I call it, which I'm very rare. No, well tonight, yes, 400 and some, and then Rumble. I connect Rumble to my website, and then on my website we had almost 1,000 live viewers on my website.
Damn.
Just
Wow.
audio. I don't count Facebook or anything anymore. Rumble is the way to go, and you don't need that. You can make money off your videos right now. It's not based off subscribers like YouTube.
Okay.
You got free speech. You can say whatever you want to on Rumble.
I'll definitely,
Absolutely.
I'll
If
definitely.
you need help with that, Jeremy, I'll help you with it.
Jeremy, speaking of which, I actually I know I did this before, but I actually tried doing this again a few days ago on StreamYard, where I actually tried to request once again because like how StreamYard only can go up to 8 destinations.
Yeah.
I tried contacting someone again this time and want to try to ask things a little bit differently about trying to extend beyond 8 destinations. And the person that got back to me,
Won't be able to do that.
she said the same thing, but even though she was trying to be more optimistic about it, and I had my doubts, she's like, well, I can see where you're going with this. You want to try to have more guest spots, which that's not what I was trying to get. I was asking for permanent spots like the other 8 destinations. And they said, well, she said she's like, well, I'll talk to the team and get back to you. This was about a week or so ago, and still nothing. So I was actually remaining optimistic because she sounded better than the last person I was talking with. But no,
Get a link tree.
Changed anything.
Get a link tree. That's the best thing you can do. Get a link tree. Link all of your accounts that you're going live on to that link tree. You get a free Linktree account. I pay for my Linktree account because I have merchandise and other stuff that's up on that now. But connect to that and then just market your Linktree and put your events and your shows up on that Linktree. Everybody go to Linktree and find where your shows are going live. It's freaking phenomenal. I love it. And it's helped me a whole lot. Lot.
I've actually thought about doing Linktree because I see them all the time.
So does that? I've never heard of Linktree before. So does that actually allow you to broadcast on all those links, or
you can't broadcast if you purchase, which I've bought it. If somebody wants to, like, I bought my Linktree, which is only $10 a month, but you got to have StreamYard or something, right, to go live. Yeah. And then you put that into your Linktree, the link to see your live, and put it in your Linktree, like Rumble or Facebook. Link it to your Linktree. People can go on your Linktree and click on that, and they're gonna see the live. They can't participate in chat at that, but they can watch it. They are gonna have to go into whatever social media. If you're using Rumble as your main thing on Linktree or Facebook, they'll have to click on that to go, but it'll redirect them straight to that live, and they can be in the chat wherever you're at.
Okay.
But I love Linktree, and I have merchandise now. I started merchandise this past week. I'm going to have a lot more stuff coming up in the next 2 weeks, which we're going to have free giveaways and all that kind of stuff with T-shirts and everything. That's a part of my Linktree, and there was something else I was going to do with Linktree. I can't remember what was going to happen. It's almost that I can almost get rid of my website fully, but I like to have a backup and archives. If anybody wants to go to the website, they can find all of the shows there, just in case anything happens on my social medias.
Okay.
I love it. And you that's what I market the most. I market a lot in my Instagram stories, because it's linked to my Facebook stories, and from where I'm so shadow banned, I get more views in my stories than I do in postings. And then I put my Linktree link there so they can click on that, and they're like, oh, Jeremy, this is live Friday night, Jeremy, or this is what else is going on. Oh, she has merchandise. You get 15% off this week. Click on that. Let's see what she has for merchandise. All that kind of stuff. I love it. I love Linktree. Get Linktree. And a lot of that's free. A lot of it's free. So you can get it free and start it out and see how you like it. And then you can, $10 a month, though, is not that bad.
We'll have to look into it, because this is all, like I said, I've never heard of Linktree before.
Yeah, I've known about Linktree for a couple of years now. I just hadn't really looked into it.
Marketing, like with social media and stuff, I always like link in bio. Link in bio is my Linktree, and you'll get everything. You'll get where we are on a podcast. You'll get your Spotify, iHeartRadio link. You just click on it, go there. You go by YouTube, you can click on that, go to the YouTube, subscribe to YouTube. All that stuff's there. Rumble, all of it on Linktree.
It would definitely be beneficial. Josh, yes, still alive.
Yeah.
But
we're getting ready to close it down. I'm getting tired now too.
Josh. So
yeah, I just realized something else before I go to sleep. I also got to finish up another document that I'm working on for another location I was, Emily, like what you said earlier, these places that I've been covering lately are all these locations that are not getting as much attention.
But hold on, we like those locations. Yeah. We like those locations. We want to be the people that puts this on the map that other people want to come investigate.
Do you guys mind if I just show something real? It's not a video.
No,
it's just something.
I don't mind. Go ahead.
It's a demonstration, actually. I'm just gonna. Real quick,
and then we'll end the show.
So
I'm getting my readers back out. I just put them down. Listen, I did
So-
not know that my head was lopsided until I got readers. Look at this. My head is lopsided.
sorry, I'm trying to get the
No, half the
document.
time I can't even tell if my head's lopsided or not. I look in the mirror and I cannot even tell if it's straight.
It's
or-
look, my head. It's lopsided. I mean,
All right, so-
I gotta figure my ears. I should have got them tacked back when I was young.
To give a little quick demonstration of how I usually do these is like this is like one of the documents I usually will be working on. I'm working on currently. It's called the Castle. It's out in
Oh yeah, that's
And
nice.
I got a lot of the
info.
I got a lot of the information here, but I got to cut it down because it does repeat some of the same stuff. So this is how my presentations start off before I put them together. They start off as documents, and as soon as the document's complete, I have all the pictures and everything's organized. It goes right over here to the presentation, and then this is where I have
That's
the
where you
slideshows
go
of the
off
history.
of.
And I talk a little bit about what it's like today, and then we go right to the ghost stories. And yes, Jeremy, as you could probably see, there's a whole bunch of tabs for these because those are all documents just waiting.
Oh,
to be
that's
put up.
me.
Yeah, so it's like
I do
I'll
that.
finish this one, and then I go right to the next one. So
I do that with my shows. I have so many tabs open, and even with my work, I work from home. So I have like at least with my work, I have 48 tabs open with my show on Friday nights. Even tonight, Jeremy, it was kind of an easy show this evening, but I had at least probably 10 tabs open just in case we needed to go there.
yeah, I've been doing
Say
that
that
lately.
again? Say
What?
that again.
I don't know. I'm about ready to yawn because I'm getting it. I'm sorry too, but some people over 40, Nick Millay is only 30.
Oh, Josh wants Emily back.
Oh, Josh, thank you. We're good friends.
Yep.
I'm good friends
I
with him.
tried. Just that at the time it just wasn't timing wasn't working out.
Oh,
Well, you got to come on What the Frick Live and say we want Jeremy and Nick back because both of them's been on the show now.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, and Emily, one final thing. Those locations I just showed, those were all down in South. Those were like down in southeastern Ohio. So I'm covering a lot of those places
Listen,
right now.
we got to do something. We got to do something. Haunted Toledo, Chris Tillman. I'm helping him. We're doing a big, huge project this summer. I can't tell. It's my idea, actually, but I can't tell anybody about it. But I'll just tell you, it deals with Charles Manson.
Oh, okay.
So I can tell you. But Chris Tillman, he's freaking phenomenal. I love him. Haunted Toledo, look him up. We're doing a lot of projects coming up starting in June all the way through September. And it's going to be on TV. I'll say that it's going to be on TV. I got to lose my COVID weight. I want to start on it. I promise. I want to start on it. I have not.
That makes two of us, Emily. I'm on the same page.
I gained
as you.
24 pounds in 2 years, but I've had
24.
I know that one time when I was 24. I swear it was 24 pounds in 2 years. I had 3 surgeries though, and I wasn't able to run or exercise from those. And I was released to finally fully exercise in October of 2022, but it's my own fault. But I started back up last week, so we'll see what happens.
Right.
I gotta lose this weight. I gotta lose this weight by June because we're gonna be filming in June.
I can relate to you on that one. All right, guys. We have had a very fun and interesting show tonight. We got to learn a lot of things, especially that Ditto house that Ernie and Denise were buying.
That was impressive to watch. That was like, wow.
And
I may have to do a slideshow on that place too.
you probably have to. And I can't
Circus
believe
house.
that I've driven right by that house.
It's
multiple
like
times.
I look at these places and it's like, man, my list of like keeping Nick files growing. It's just growing and growing. It's like there's no end to my. It's like my work is never done for these slideshows.
Do one on Wildwood.
Oh, you know I will.
Hey, if you want something for the circus house in Columbus, it's the first circus in the. Message me, Nick. We'll get together. We'll put it.
Yeah.
I'll help you with that.
Yeah, Circus House. That's another one to add. So
There you go.
No one
Keep it
talks
going.
about it. No
I
one
don't-
talks
well,
about it.
that's what my show is for.
Yeah.
It's to talk. I mean, yes,
Well,
I talk about places that are well known, but I'm also trying to focus on places that don't get as much attention. Like
There's
I
a lot
just
of
showed you
scandal.
guys.
There's a lot of scandal. There's restaurants that are still alive and running in Columbus that stems off the circus house. The Elevator restaurant is one of them. So just message me about it. I would love to do a big, huge project with you on that.
Definitely.
Even if we don't physically go there, if we could talk about it and bring it to light, I would love it.
Absolutely, I'm always
Message
up
me.
for it.
We'll do it. Jeremy, you're awesome, by the way. He was great. Nick, you were great on my show too, but Jeremy was awesome. Now we're gonna have a part 2.
I was
With
telling Jeremy I felt bad that I wasn't able to watch because again,
Oh, it's
work
okay.
work kicked my ass earlier today. I was so tired when I got home, and when I woke up, it was literally like 10, 12 minutes after you guys said. I'm like, oh shit! I forgot to set the alarm for Emily's show.
It's okay. We had a great show.
It was
It
a
went
good.
by so fast.
It
It went
did.
I
by so
know.
fast, and we didn't talk about a lot of the stuff we were going to supposedly talk about. We didn't even get there. So
Yeah, it went so quick. It's like, didn't we just start 5 minutes ago?
It feels that way, right?
Yeah.
it's by so fast. And my old co-host Will Martinez is coming back to What the Frick Live. He was my co-host for 2.5 years.
Friended him on Facebook.
I love Will. He's like my brother. He was with me in my darkest times ever. And he ended up not being able to do What the Freak Live anymore because of work schedule. But long story short, now he's able to do it because the time changed from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of 9 to 10. And I love him. Love him.
Awesome.
So he's coming back full
And
time.
then literally last minute, 13th Dimension comes on tonight.
I was surprised by it. I mean, I really thought when it went live, I thought it was like a replay of an episode. I'm thinking,
What is this 13th Dimension right now?
it is.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm bored on March the 13th, so I didn't know.
Yeah, well, last week was the last episode of 13th Dimension because I was planning on being on your show. And then after your show, I was just going to relax, eat
Chill out.
cheese bread, watch TV. And then when you were saying about the show that you were supposed to be on ended up not happening, I was like, okay, I'll hop on for an
I
hour.
don't even know what happened with that. We're live every night, every Friday from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. So hopefully nothing bad happened to Joe or anything. But I waited and waited, message him. He's not live. And so then I was like, do you want to do something, Jeremy? So,
Yeah.
I mean, I drink alcohol and I'm a lightweight and I don't want that alcohol go to waste.
Yeah.
Might as well embarrass myself. Not like when Nick turned 30, though.
When you have like 3 cups of margarita.
I had 3. Like when everybody, here's my glass right here. When I tell you I have margaritas, it's mini margaritas.
And I saw that glass earlier. It was
Yes, full. I've only had 2, and that was Jack and Coke in both glasses. I've only had 2 of from these tonight from 6:30 on. So I'm not, but 3 with Nick Millay on his 30th birthday. I was woo woo, and it took me several days to recover.
Well, I'm glad we made my birthday was worth it for that matter.
It was at one time when I was 24. No matter what, when you turned 30, I was 24. No matter
I
what.
am never going to be able to look at that. Anytime I think of the number 24 now, I'm just
I
going to think
know.
nuts. I'll never look at
Gotta
that
have
number the same
shirts.
way
Gotta
again.
have T-shirts here on Things Network. At one time when I was 24, I would buy one.
And next year will be 2024.
Yes.
That's Emily's year then.
Every year when I put 2024, I want to sit there and think about 2024. That's Eileen's.
So-
Eileen's year. It's 2024.
for the next 2 months. 13th Dimension won't be on. It'll be on hiatus while I'm recovering from surgery. First surgery is Monday, and hopefully, come Monday night, I will be rid of this eye patch.
You think so? I
Everybody's-
love the eye patch. I love the eye patch.
I know
Though.
everybody's wanting to
I've
keep
I
always
love it. I need you to have What the Frick Live on that eye patch. Like, I freaking love the eye patch. It's Nick Foley
I never
2.0.
imagined that this eye patch would get so popular.
I love it. If anybody could pull it off, it's you, Jeremy. Absolutely.
Of course it would.
But it's up to you. Do you want to get rid of it? How do you feel with that? Do you want to get rid of the eye patch?
I do want to get rid of it.
Okay.
Well, and Emily, I don't know if you've seen what Brad has said, that his daughters are trying to make a glitter patch for Jeremy. like a
He's
big eye patch.
He's been threatening me with that for about a year now.
And I'm surprised his daughter didn't bring it to you when we had Para Unity.
I want to do glow in the dark eye patch.
He's supposed to be to Mansfield too.
I want to get you a glow in the dark eye patch. So when we're in Mansfield and it's super dark, all I see is that big
I'm going to
glow
be
in
at
the dark
Mans.
eye patch.
That would be cool.
That would
It
be. And you know what? I'm going to be
That
at
would be
Mans.
cool. I'll admit that.
Emily, if you didn't see earlier, I'm going to be at Mansfield in May for Parapsychon.
Oh, Parapsychon, Mike Ricksecker.
Yeah, Mike's
And
going to
stuff.
be there.
I might run up there. I might. It's 2 hours for me at the most.
Yeah,
I might
we're,
run up there.
we're going to be there the entire weekend. I'll be there too.
Whatever.
only
So I'm gonna bring my
Shows
some
when I'm
wine.
on camera. Only doing these shows, I wear the eye patch, but the rest of the day, I am wearing this over my eye because I get tired of the strap going around my head.
Oh.
Yeah.
So hold on. So what do you have right there? Does it just sit in your eye socket, or how's that?
It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just
It's like a Band-Aid,
sticks.
so I just stick it on my face.
Can you see out of that eye?
Oh yeah,
How much? How about? What's your vision out of it?
damn near 20/20.
Yeah.
That's a miracle.
It is.
God,
really is.
really.
I really thought I
Thank you,
lost the eye,
Jesus.
but well, I thought I lost the eye, but what it was is that the impact had just swelled everything up, so my eye was swollen shut for 2 weeks. And once the swelling went down and I was able to open the eye, that's when I noticed that everything was out of alignment.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus, really quickly, because that's a miracle.
All that has to happen is like right now my eye is like this. What we're gonna do is just turn it.
Basically reposition it.
Pretty much. That's all they're gonna do.
And a lot of us, and Jeremy has said this.
Is this your next surgery? Is that what they're doing in this surgery, or what?
Monday morning.
And as nervous as he is, we're all nervous about it because because I've said before, you know, I was telling him this just last night that usually when it comes to surgery on any other part of your body, even your internal organs, you know, that can easily be fixed and repaired. But when it comes to your eyes being like one of the weakest parts of your body, and they have to do surgery on them, even if you got the most experienced eye surgeons, either way, that's when you need to be nervous because there's always that possibility that something could go wrong. Hopefully not, but we're always nervous.
God has his hand over him, Jeremy. He's had his hand over you this whole entire time. Like, this is a major, awesome testimony for other people that's gone through eye injuries or facial injuries. Like, I can't wait to see you fully whole and healed and complete, and then you can tell your testimony and encourage other people.
Like, look at this.
That's the beast. That's the beast. That is
That's
that
what
is.
like
beast.
fun.
That's what I said last time. That's Nick Malay. Nick Malay in the beast costume.
Well, guess what? Here's what happens. Well, Emily, watch what happens when I turn off my camera.
Because you're under the same account.
That's because of that.
You know, Jeremy is going to be healed and full, and he's going to have an OnlyFans account. So he's going to have things OnlyFans.
I ain't got the body for an OnlyFans.
Well, we don't necessarily need the body, but
So yeah, so
Just
that's
maybe the right foot. The right foot. You got a good big toe. That's all we need.
so they're gonna reposition
Oh,
reposition the eye.
prefer the shorter hair. Makes you look so much more youthful and joyful.
It does, but I like
Actually,
the
you
I like
know-
the long hair too, though. Jeremy,
Me
you do
too.
both.
So that's how I met Jeremy too. He had the long hair at that time, so I'm so accustomed to it.
I like
Yeah.
both. And good hair.
Just 6 months ago, literally 6 months ago now.
Yeah.
On the 9th, it'll be 6 months because that's when I shaved my head, or
That's
Clarissa
right.
shaved my head.
And that's when I
But
came in and I was
speaking
like,
of gray, I want to show you all, since we're talking about hair, have one little patch here of gray. Y'all see that?
yeah.
And it's one patch that's growing. I'm letting it grow out on purpose. Like I want it to grow out. I'm going to have that one little streak of gray.
I still have nothing yet. Still
Look
dark
at you,
brown.
30. Listen, my gray stuff didn't come in. Look, that's a really good picture there. My one little spot of gray. It didn't start happening until I was 38.
You can't.
I'm going to be 42.
Well, I guess you can a little bit. You see it more in my beard.
In your beard.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of gray hair, and that actually started.
Just have that one little
I
patch.
don't want to start the trend again, but that actually started when I was 24.
My mom's like, hold on, my mom,
I was
24. That one time I was
24
24.
my first gray hair.
My mom's like, how do you have that one patch right there? My hairdresser, I don't know how true this is. My hairdresser, they told me, she's like, not very many people have that one place. Like it's
Special
usually
powers.
scattered.
Well,
No, you
special,
So I have that one place. I'm letting it grow out.
special power here. He's 57. He has a few strands of gray. Check that out.
Look at you, special power. That's freaking Superman. By the way, Superman, the very first Superman, black and white Superman's from my hometown, Ashland. And he committed suicide here in my hometown.
I think
Oh,
it was until he was 60 when my dad really started getting gray hair, white hair.
this probably explains why at 30, this probably explains why somehow when I have this dark hair still, I still have that youthful appearance.
No,
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something to
I don't
myself.
know. My 40s are going to be my best year, and I just decided to grasp
saying?
it.
What were you saying, Jeremy?
For everybody, it's different depending
Yeah.
on when the gray hair comes in.
Oh, I thought special power was okay. It's a woman. Doesn't drink or
Woman!
smoke.
I don't
Good.
drink or smoke.
You know what?
Yeah,
Well, I drink. I don't drink every day, but I don't smoke either.
You know what?
at all.
I'm just gonna say. Go ahead, Jeremy, and then I'll say what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then 2 weeks after Monday, that's when I'm having the next reconstruction surgery where they're going to pull the cheekbone in. And then hopefully I will.
Okay.
Yeah, then hopefully I will look a lot closer to that.
Right.
I don't even see the cheekbone. I see it now that you're talking about it now with the eye patch, but I never thought
I've
about
seen
that
that
when
in
I
person.
It's sticking way too far out because the first surgery put me back together incorrectly.
And I was gonna say,
superpower. So is her name Tanya, Tamara, Tiffany?
I'm not sure,
Tammy?
but what I was
I feel
gonna
like it's
say
a
was
T name.
what I was gonna say for special power was I've never smoked, and I actually quit heavy. I mean, I still have a beer or two, but I quit heavy drinking. Not trying to start the trend on this either, but I also quit when I was 24. It's a true story.
I drink on Friday nights when I have my show, and I drank the night that Nick celebrated the week we're celebrating Nick. But usually I only drink on Friday nights. I don't drink any during the week. I don't smoke. Linda!
Her name's
Oh,
Linda.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, okay, I should have known that. Linda. I know a lot of Lindas that are super women.
Can't bat 1,000 every time, Emily.
I swear it would have been really great if she was a Tammy or Tara or Tiffany or Tanya.
Someone that starts with a T.
Is her middle name with a T?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and end the show because I need to go to bed.
Yeah,
I
gotta
need
go
to
off
too.
there.
Yeah, I need to go to bed. So definitely for those that are still watching, thank you so much for playing along. Emily, thank you for getting me to have this one last 13th Dimension show.
Woo!
And
I'm turning my
also-
lights
and
really
also
blue.
Ernie, even though he's already left us hour or so ago. Thank Ernie for coming on. Thank Nick for coming on.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun. This is absolutely not planned, and that's what I like it most about it.
So, so 13th Dimension will be back in a couple of months after I go through all my healing. However, Supernatural Talk will still go on Thursday nights.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be Nick, Adrian, and Eileen. I don't know what I'm going to be doing as far as the next 2 weeks go for that show. It just depends on how I'm doing. And then same will be for Marks on Wrestling with me and Don. I think.
Maybe can I peep in on the wrestling? Can I peep in on the wrestling? Since I'm a WWF trivia queen.
Well,
Trivia
for
queen.
this next one, we're going to be doing a review on the latest pay-per-view. Thank you, Linda. For this next one, we're going to be doing a review on the latest pay-per-view a couple of weeks ago. We were supposed to do that Wednesday, but he was having internet problems, so we canceled. We're talking about doing it tomorrow, but I don't know 100% sure.
Oh, so is this pre-recorded, or you're gonna go live and just talk about it?
Yeah, we're going to go live.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be much longer than an hour, maybe hour and a half.
Well, message me before you go live and see if I'm about here so I can tune in. At least tune in.
Okay. So until next time, on some show, whether it be Supernatural Talk or the Nick Files or What the Frick Live, guess we're
Or Fear Fans, or all these
Fans.
different shows here on the network.
Yeah, I think between the three of us, we're involved on 20 shows.
Probably.
Seems that
Believe
way.
it. Believe it. I wouldn't
I was
have asked
supposed to
for
do
better people.
And I was supposed to do the Frighteners earlier today, but we had to cancel that too. And then, like I said before, both the Crime Show and Frighteners will be back next week.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys again for being on tonight. And thank you for those in the audience. We will see you next time. Have a
Have
good
a
night.
good night.